Excuse me, y'all. Hello, and good morning, everyone. Morning, and welcome to yet another fun-filled episode here with us this morning on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. As we will embark upon what will be another fantastic episode this morning. And so, yes, bro, we are back like a shark attack, back like we left something, back like we ain't got no clothes on our back. And for the world, it's a better place when the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast is taking place. And so we thank you for tuning in with us this morning as we conversate about the latest sports topics that have taken place in this past week and will be upcoming this week. It is always a blast to have you all tune in to participate with us every weekend. As a reminder that every week we always like to begin our podcast by reminding our audience that the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast can be found on Facebook via the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast community page on Instagram, on IG at the Early Morning Sports Talk POD. Again, on IG at the Early Morning Sports Talk POD. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify as the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, as well as our own Facebook pages via Brandon Price, Jamar Goodman, and Jones, as well as our guests for the weekend. Today is February 10th of 2024, and we have seen yet again another fascinating week in the sports world, in which we saw the unveiling of the statue of the late, great Kobe Bryant at Crypto.com Arena. We would additionally see Devin Hester, Steve McMichael, Julius Peppers, Andre Johnson, and various others be named to the NFL Hall of Fame. We will also see the NBA trade deadline occur, in which there will be a few potential playoff contenders sharpening up their rosters to potentially compete for a championship, as well as the NBA All-Star replacements be named for the Eastern Conference. And then lastly, we would await for this weekend, the Super Bowl matchup would then come upon us. We will look at injuries, we will look at updates, and now we are a day before the big moment tomorrow. And so, with that being said, introducing our guest for this morning, in which both of our guests are joining us for the second time on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. We will first begin with ladies first, and we will introduce our first guest, Mrs. Tiana Benson. Tiana is an accountant and business owner that was born and raised on the south side of Chicago. She is the founder and owner of Benson Financial and Tax Services, where she has been providing quality tax preparation services to our community for over 10 years. Her favorite teams are the Chicago Bulls, Bears, and White Sox. She was on the softball and swim teams in high school, and she is also a graduate from the Michigan State University. So naturally, she bleeds green and white and roots for all Spartan teams. She also likes to watch swimming and college softball, basketball, and football. And in her spare time, she loves to travel and attend concerts. Lastly, she believes that the first weekend of March Madness should be a national holiday. And guess what, Tiana? We all as well. And so, Tiana, it is so good to have you back. We are excited and thrilled to have you with us this morning. And so we would like to ask, how are you this morning, sis?
I am great. I am tired, not a morning person, but I'm here for y'all. I love the
Yes,
show. So I'm here. I'm really here to talk basketball.
all that
I'll
good
share
stuff.
my feelings on the game. I'll share my feelings
All
on
that good stuff.
yeah. So we'll get to that, but I'm here.
All
That's the
right, I
subject.
love your energy. Beautiful. Yes. And additionally, introducing our second guest here on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. His brother goes by the name of Jock, which is French, ladies. Goes by the name of Jock. So over here in Guadeloupe, we'll say Jock. He is single to mingle, ladies, and he works for the city of Chicago. Okay.
Yes, man.
He's an avid Chicago Bears and San Francisco 49ers fan. So this brother is very happy right now, and which makes sense that he believes that Jerry Rice is the best football player ever. Jake has one beautiful daughter and reps the East Side, aka what we know as Over East, and is an avid lover of all sports. Jock, Jake, top of the morning, bro. What it do? How are you this morning, sir?
Yo, good morning, everybody. How y'all feeling, man?
Great, bro. Fantastic, bro. Yes.
Morning.
Yes. So additionally, introducing my brother from another mother and one of my partners here on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, Mr. Jamar Goodman. I see you, boy, with that line, and I see you looking clean, bro.
Man, crispy. I saw that when he first came on.
I'm
He
trying to be
crispy
like
in a
you.
fresh bucket of chicken. What?
I'm trying to be
Low
like
key,
you.
Alex, that line is looking good. Boy.
What? Crispy.
Boy. Long overdue.
Sharper than a chef's knife. I
Hey.
tell you.
Hey, no more sauce hats right now. So had to show off the line.
No, you don't need no hair, bro. Just let the hair rock. Just let the hair rock. Let the waves rock. Jamar with the waves. Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man. Crispy.
Yes,
Not
and lastly,
expecting
introducing our other partner here on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast and our other brother from another mother, Mr. Ian Jones, aka Rod Tidwell. Mr. Ian Jones will be with us very soon. And so, with that being said, Doc, Tiana, Jamar, if y'all ready, let's get into it. So let's talk this 2024 Super Bowl matchup. We got a lot to talk about. But first, we would like for you guys, our viewers, to see the names of our guests. And from there, we will then get into the Super Bowl. It's a lot to talk about.
Bang.
And so
Bang.
this week we have the much awaited Super Bowl matchup that will occur tomorrow evening. And so with that being said, we will go with our usual lineup. We'll start with Jamar. And then from there, we'll go with you, Tiana, and we'll follow with you, Jock. And so with that being said, we have a fantastic Super Bowl matchup that will occur. We have an all-time quarterback. We have a hungry football team that is dying for that Super Bowl championship. We got a head coach that is a great head coach for the San Francisco 49ers. Has been known to be a genius on what he does with the offensive end on the football. Every quarterback seems to has their best year under Kyle Shanahan. We see what happened with him with the New England Patriots in that Super Bowl. They were up 28-3, right? Remember? 28-3, he had that Super Bowl. Up 10 points in the fourth quarter, in which Patrick Mahomes came back and won that first Super Bowl. And so now this is a Super Bowl rematch. He's been in a championship game multiple times. However, he's faced up against Andy Reid. How many championships Andy Reid has been in? I mean, like 1,000? This is what, his fourth Super Bowl in 5 years. Patrick Mahomes has been a starter for 5 years. 4 Super Bowls in 5 years. I mean, this is fantastic. Like 6 years he's been a starter. And four Super Bowl appearances, 2 championship game appearances. I mean, it gets no better. It gets no better. And so you got a juggernaut. Nobody expected to be here, but when the playoffs came, they just turned it all around. And then you got a team that we all expected to be somewhere in the ballpark even prior to the season, and now they're here. And now the difference is that they got a guy named Christian McCaffrey. And so we got to talk about this. All right. And so, Jamar, we're going to start with you, bro. And from there, we're going to follow with you, Tiana, and you, Jock. All right. Jamar, basic question, bro. What will have to happen in order to go well for the San Francisco 49ers to bring home the Lombardi trophy?
Okay. What would have to go well? First things first, I'm display some of my jersey collection here because I got jerseys for each team. So for the 49ers here. So back. All right. For what has to go well for them, I feel like 2 things specifically has to go well, and it's both related to the offense. For starters, I feel like they have to start fast. They have to set the tone. They have to be the aggressors. They have to come out and score a touchdown probably on the opening drive and apply the pressure on Kansas City. The other thing is the quarterback. Like Brock Purdy has been excellent throughout the whole year. I mean, there's been some points and times to where we scratching our head, but for the most part, he's played excellent football, and that needs to continue here. He doesn't need to go out and be a war hero or the hero syndrome that we've seen Josh Allen do time and time again in his illustrious career. But he just got to go out there and I guess what Cam Newton calls the ultimate game manager. He needs to be that game manager. He doesn't need to be a game changer. He just needs to be a game manager because Brandon, as we've been talking about the 49ers for years, we pretty much, in a nutshell, the sum of the parts around him makes that team so much better. When you have the Brandon Ayuk's, the Deebo Samuels, the George Kittles, and then, of course, the Christian McCaffreys of the world, like if you utilize them and be efficient and have a fast start, San Francisco can dictate this game and control the pace of this game and makes things a lot tougher for a Kansas City Chiefs team, especially on that offense that this is probably the worst collection of offensive talent they have had in the Patrick Mahomes era. So therefore, it makes, it creates sweaty palms at that point. So
yeah.
So the Niners have to come out, set the tone early, and dictate the game.
All right. So, Tiana Sus, what do the 49ers got to do, in your opinion, in order to bring home this Lombardi trophy?
I would like to start off this whole Super Bowl segment by saying I'm protesting because I do not agree with both of these teams being here. And the way I'm protesting is by watching the game begrudgingly.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, I wish we could be like other networks. You know how they have people sit out during a segment and then bring them in doing another one. Because I'm not for it. Honestly, to give you my honest opinion, I don't care what the San Francisco 49ers do. I don't want them to win. However, I don't care.
It's crazy.
However, basic answer. So I will say, but for the rest of this segment, everything Super Bowl related, I may say pass because I just don't want to talk about it. And I will and Jock can have his moment and enjoy this as they give the trophy to Patrick Mahomes, because that's what they're gonna do. I will say though.
Just gotta always, man.
It's for real. I will say, I think at least for San Francisco, I'll say one thing. I think their defense needs to score.
Okay. In other words, force turnovers.
Yes, force turnovers, but score off those turnovers.
All right.
It was one thing to have a turnover, but it's another thing to actually create points from them. So, with all that said, their defense just needs to force turnovers and score from them. That'll. I feel like if they do that, along with what Jamar said, have a fast start, then that'll help them. And then I'll say what else needs to go well is the refs need to not be against them. But we'll see how that goes.
Man.
In other words, Patrick Mahomes always get a lot of help from the refs, they say.
Yep.
I mean, just like LeBron James.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna say too much though.
But so I'll say but listen, you got too much from me so far on this topic. So I'll go ahead and I'll pass the torch.
All right. I appreciate that, Tiana. No, that's real. Turnovers, that'll help any team win a game if they score off turnovers, for sure. And so, yes, Jock, bro, in your opinion, what do the Niners got to do in order to bring home this Lombardi trophy?
Yeah, run the ball.
Okay.
That's it. Run the ball. We got Christian McCaffrey. We got Deebo Samuel. You know what I'm saying? We got the trick plays. Without running the ball, we won't be able to effectively, do off play action pass. That's what Brock Purdy is very effective at. So, as long as we run the ball, get Chris Jones' big self out the middle, we good. You know what I'm saying? The outside is I don't want to say the outside. I say right between the tackles is where they weak at in the run game to me. So as long as they keep running the ball, play action pass, and just game manage the game, that's it. That's all we got to do. And besides the defense, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy. Happy Chase Young would not be on the other end. Nick Bosa.
Oh, so he's not playing?
No.
Okay.
I don't want him to play.
He's been terrible.
Yeah, the defensive line for the Niners have actually been suspect the entire playoffs, as you're a Niners fan. They have been very suspect the entire playoffs, Tiana. They literally, in my opinion, survived both of these games, the Niners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Green Bay almost had them.
Oh, definitely. They should have.
Green Bay almost had them.
What they say? A win is a win, right?
Oh.
Okay, I knew he was gonna come back.
All right, listen, this bias guy
here. Just saying, you can't do. My point is this, though, Jock. You better not do that against Patrick Mahomes. Like Jamar stated, they better get off to a fast start, because if you want to sit there and play with him and Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, and you sit there and you play with them, like, it's gonna turn around and it's gonna be some destruction, because Patrick Mahomes ain't the one you want to be down against, not him.
Listen,
that's okay.
I already know. I already know. The only reason Patrick Mahomes won it even in the Super Bowl is because of the referees, Roger Goodell, and all them cheating people in Vegas. We already know the truth. All right, you feel me? We know the truth. Patrick Mahomes wasn't even supposed to be in the Super Bowl, but by money standards and that little retarded broad Taylor Swift, they had to put them in the Super Bowl to make viewers watch the game. You know what I'm saying?
They was gonna watch. Don't do that.
Man, the Chiefs should have been like 6 and 15 or something, man. Like, they was not hot this whole
you got extra games going, huh?
Yeah, because that's what the refs did. That's what the refs did. You feel?
You play some extra games, huh?
Man, listen.
So, Jock, just to help you out real quick, bro. In regards to your team, the 49ers, right? Your defensive line, they have not been getting the most pressure, okay? Not at all this playoffs. Nick Bosa got to, Jared Goff a couple times in the second half, and that one, he played excellent, Nick Bosa, by himself. But your interior has not been great. All right? So, let me ask you this, as a Niners fan. Do you think Brock Purdy need to, or would it just depend on the situation of the game? Do Brock Purdy need to just manage the game against Patrick Mahomes, not limit any turnovers, and bet on Patrick Mahomes not turning over the ball, which any real football fan know that Patrick Mahomes don't turn over the ball, bro. And so you saying that he gonna have to manage the game, and you confident that your Niners can still come out with it as long as he can manage the game well?
I'm confident as long as I got breath. Bang, bang, Niner game. Now, listen. Yes, all he has to do is manage the game. That's all he has to do. Every game and situation, he has to manage the game. Even when that 3-game lose streak, he didn't get to manage the game. Offensive linemen and tackles was, out. We had a lot of key players out during that 3-game loss. But other than that, just look what he did in the playoffs. Yeah, we had 2 horrible starts. That second half came. All he did was manage to win both, and he just slowed the pace down. They was playing too fast. He was overthinking. They slowed it down, got it to where his speed at. When what he do, he managed the game. That's it.
Manage the game. Taking that with me. Manage the game. And so you are absolutely right. We all can agree. Even right, Tiana? He has been a great game manager, and in managing the game, he just got to get the ball to his weapons. Wow. Limit the turnovers, get the ball to the weapons. They'll take you there. And so, yeah. I like that, Jock. I like that, definitely. On the other hand, Jamar, we got to talk about the Chiefs, bro. So in your opinion, what will happen and or have to go well for the Kansas City Chiefs to repeat as Super Bowl champions?
Well, two things got to happen for me. Shout out to Eric Berry. Shout out to Eric
Yeah, I remember Eric Berry. Yeah, I remember him, man. He was a dog. Injuries railed his career.
It did.
And cancer.
And and the fact that he came back.
The fact that he came back
Did his thing. But all right, two things got to happen, in my opinion. One, the defense still got to play spectacular. I mean, the defense this year has been like really good. Chris Jones, as Josh said, San Fran need to get him out the way because otherwise that's going to create a lot of problems. The corners for the Chiefs has been pretty good. Who's that? Snead and McDuffie. They've been like stellar. The whole scheme has been great. So they just need to continue to play well. The other side is, Mahomes got to continue to play like Mahomes. It has that. I mean, he has that Brady effect right now. That's just what it is, and that's why people are scared to bet against Mahomes because for like 2 decades people were scared to bet against Brady, and rightfully so.
Right.
Mahomes just got to continue to elevate his teammates, and hopefully, his wide receivers actually come to play for him, like they have been the past couple of games. But for the best part of this year, it hasn't. I'm pretty sure that's why Kadarius Toney ain't nowhere to be found. He's the ops.
He's not even playing
at all, at all. And hopefully, MVS can show up for him again for another consecutive game. But yeah, he has to continue to elevate his teammates to give them a chance, along with the defense. Got to play well at that point. It makes if that happens, it applies the pressure on the 49ers and what they're trying to do. So yeah, that's what needs to happen. Because if I'll say this much, let Kansas City have a fast start like they did against Baltimore. And even though they outside of the first 2 drives, I mean, they only scored 3 points for the rest of the game, and yet that was enough. Even though the Ravens, for the most part, beat themselves, but at the same time, I mean, Chiefs defense did, lock in and did their thing. So it's like, don't let Kansas City and Mahomes come out to a fast start and figure out the San Francisco 49ers, like Brandon mentioned a few minutes ago. I mean, that Niners defense hasn't been all impressive like they was at the beginning of the year. That secondary can be had. That's one thing I know for sure. So don't let Mahomes have all the time in the world to do his thing. That's going to be – it can get ugly. So there you go.
Yeah. And so, Tiana.
Yeah.
I know you don't care much Super Bowl, but we still got to ask you. So
I know.
Watching them.
And what has to happen for the Kansas City Chiefs in order for them to repeat as Super Bowl champions?
I will say that I think adding on to what Jamar said, plain and clear, his receivers need to catch the ball. Period. Right now, he literally has Travis Kelce. That's it. And so he gotta have other people to that he could trust to throw the ball to who will catch it. And it's really that simple for at least on the offense for Kansas City. And they rough friends, gonna be there. But I will say, because Jamar, had triggered a memory from the Ravens game that I watched. And I remember at the end of that game, I said, Ravens did this to themselves, along with Kansas City really did play well. I feel like in that game specifically, it really wasn't a lot of ref help,
What?
A lot of ref.
I didn't think so. I watched that game every play, and I was like, wow, But so hopefully, this game goes similar. If this game go anything like the AFC Championship game, then in conjunction with what the universe most likely will happen. Because to me, I'll say this. I feel like this Kansas City run is similar to the 2022 Golden State run, right? They had a mid-season. They were known as a dynasty, but for some reason their season was mid. So then the expectations was gone come postseason, But here we are. And are we surprised? And so that's the feeling I'm getting, So I just feel like they just need to keep doing what they're doing, and receivers need to catch. If that happens, then they good. That's who's gonna be, holding up that trophy at the end. Patrick Mahomes will be the MVP, but I don't know if they have that. Do they? How to find this MVP? I don't know. But anyway, that's what they'll have. I'm talking about like a Super Bowl MVP. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yep.
But
yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, let me jump in this. Let me jump in this real quick, Jack, because I was trying to get all the social media stuff out the way. But in regards to the conversation here with the San Francisco 49ers, okay, their offense in the second half has turned up for real. And they showed you just how capable they are in regards to what they're truly capable of. And so let me ask you this, Jock. In regards to the Kansas City Chiefs, you're going to tell me what they got to do well. But how much or how important is the Kansas City Chiefs defensive unit in regards to defending a San Francisco 49er unit, which really shows us that when capable, they can get flowing and going real quick, as we saw in the second half, bro?
Man, I was telling Tiana yesterday. I was telling her yesterday, like, listen, if the main person on defense I'm worried about is Chris Jones, and he ain't really been a big contributor this season. He had a quiet 10 sacks. He had a quiet 10 sacks this year. Yeah. Quiet. See, the only thing I'm worried about Chris Jones is being disruptive, but I won't see that plays well in our favor, because if he come crashing down in the middle, we can go right on the outside with, you know what I'm saying, Trent Williams on the left tackle, you know what I'm saying, and we could shoot up and hit that, you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So defensively, it really depends on the defensive line. I'm not doubting their linebackers. They fast. They go sideline to sideline. They DBs, they just gonna get, if they don't get baited, because it's gonna be a lot of baits. Right. Like I said earlier, that play action pass is gonna be the best thing smoking tomorrow. Right. Best thing smoking. So that's why I look at Kansas City defensively. If they get caught looking behind there, it's over with. Over with. Now offensively, they might have to give another couple $1 million to the refs to get the calls right. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of offensive holding on the offensive line I ain't gonna say last week, in the AFC Championship game that didn't get called. It was a lot of defensive pass interference that didn't get called. So if they want to win offensively, they gotta put some money in the refs' pocket. Besides Taylor Swift and that man Travis Kelce, they gotta pay the refs. They gotta pay the refs.
We gotta stop disrespecting them like that.
Man, listen, I show no love to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Now him talking serious and ending in disrespect. Hey. You think he's gonna say something real profound and then he's nothing.
But you know what? Care. You know what, bro? This is welcome on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. You help us keep focused on our vision. If you don't like the Kansas City Chiefs and you don't like Taylor Swift, that's fine, bro. Like, and you're a 49ers fan. They ops for this week. So
exactly.
You don't like ops.
It should be a disclaimer. Everything Jock say will be subjective. No, what is it? Objective.
No, listen.
Subjective. You know which word I'm trying to say.
Yeah, all right.
Bias. Let's do it bias. Everything he's gonna say is biased this week. Okay.
Right. And so yeah. And so with that, T, we now gonna pass the mic top boy in, bro. What it do?
What's up? What's up? Good morning, y'all.
Good morning, bro.
Yo,
And so we talking about the Super Bowl. First question we asked was, what do the 49ers have to do well in order to win the Super Bowl? And so, Jamar stated a fast start. Tiana stated, turnovers on defense, turning that into touchdowns. Our boy Jock stated run the ball, pound the ball. And so, in your opinion, what do you think the 49ers got to do in order to bring home the Lombardi Trophy this year?
I mean, everything they said was correct, and I think the number one thing is keep Patrick Mahomes off the field, and you guys
Okay.
just gotta keep him off the field. Like, manage the game. I think they'll be all right. I think another underrated thing too would be I think special teams. I think everybody expecting a shootout, or maybe a defensive game, but special teams would be important too as well.
Right. In other words, a well-balanced round game.
Yep.
All units. Yeah. Okay. Yep. And so we additionally have talked about the Kansas City Chiefs. And so, Jamar stated, get off to Patrick Mahomes, do his thing, fast start, etc. Tiana, mentioned, continue to just do what they've been doing. You heard our boy Jock, what he stated in regard to the Chiefs to, wrap some money, etc.
Take the refs off.
hey,
And
they
so,
say much.
Hey, so they just gonna present them a check before the game?
Right.
I mean, that's what they do every game. What's up, man?
And I said the receivers need to catch the ball. That's what I said.
Right.
Receivers need to
Right.
catch the ball.
and
Oh,
thank
they-
you. Tiana. And
Oh,
so
that
catch
too.
the ball. And so
They can't
with
catch
that,
a cold in Antarctica, bro.
and so
Dang.
with that, in what's your thoughts, bro? What do the Chiefs got to do well in order to bring home the Super Bowl?
Yeah, just play their game. The receivers do got to catch the ball, but I ain't gonna lie. This playoffs, they've been having some big catches. Like Valdez Scantling had some big catches in the championship game. Like had to catch the seal of game.
Mm-hmm.
He had
Travis
another big
Kelce, I mean, he been balling this whole playoff.
Yeah, Travis Kelce, he didn't turn
That
up
stepped
this
it up.
playoff. So
That's that
I-
kitty cat
Checo
he been
been running
getting.
angry, like he's trying to run
Yeah.
somebody over.
yeah, they say they say
Oh man.
they say Pacheco run like he bite people. He got to keep running like that, and I think they'll be all right, man. Because you keep running like that all game. Come that fourth quarter, you don't want to keep tackling him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
So he run hard all 4 quarters, and receivers hold they end of the bargain up. We might be looking at Patty getting his third ring.
Yeah.
And he gonna be on ghost status at that point.
Yeah.
They do be having a couple questionable calls though. I ain't gonna lie.
Dang, what you mean?
They be having a couple questionable calls, but uh,
Gotta
Long as
protect
they-
the face of the league.
yeah,
Tiana,
I
you said it
agree.
well.
I agree.
Just like somebody else in the other league. I'm just saying,
Oh
the refs be. I'm just saying.
boy.
You talking about Bronny? You talking about
Yeah,
Bron? Yeah. Gotta protect LeBron at all times. For me, I feel like LeBron don't get enough calls. That's just me. But
I mean, who gonna get this big old NFL tight end? All he do is just run through the lane. You feel me? Come on now. I'm not gonna call a call on him every time he come in the lane. You too big. Stop crying and just keep playing. Like, what you doing?
I suppose, man. I suppose. And so let me
Would
ask
you
y'all.
call LeBron a tight end?
Yes, he is.
And the way Tiana go for real, really.
He is an NFL tight end.
He could be an NFL tight end, like real talk.
No.
Or he'd be like a Calvin Johnson type of people. He'd be like that type of body size. He'd be huge. He'd be a
I
big.
think Calvin Johnson was bigger than him. But
And you
Yeah.
crying because somebody smacked you on the arm. Shut up. Keep playing. Like, what you
Right.
crying for?
Well, we gonna stay focused. We gonna stay
Right.
focused. Jock can stay focused on the NFL.
My bad. My bad.
No,
My
you
bad.
Gucci, bro. You Gucci. Yeah,
Yeah,
our
man.
boy Jock turned up this morning.
I told y'all, listen, it's the tequila I had last night. You feel me? So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so, yeah. And so, let me ask y'all this, just one final question, fellas. With Patrick Mahomes, if he were to win this Super Bowl, um, we'll start with you, and we'll go with you, Tiana,
Yeah.
as well as you, Jock. If Patrick Mahomes were to win this Super Bowl, where would you put him in regards to the GOAT status between him and Tom Brady if he were to bring this home?
Man, honestly,
Could you like state, maybe he's not the greatest quarterback of all time, maybe he's the most talented quarterback of all time? Oh no, it's just multiple things you could say.
I mean, at this point, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I mean, him and Brady that'd be neck and neck. And I know Brady. What Brady got 7?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, Brady got 7. But I mean, for Patty to do what he doing right now, since he been starting, like, I don't think we've seen it done like this at all.
This
Like,
this
I
is
think
facts,
I
bro.
think I think he get this ring and he possibly get another one, man. I mean, that's gold status to me. I
Because
mean, I feel like,
keep in
I mean,
mind, Ian, bro. He been in the league 6 years. He been in the championship game. He lost twice. Once to Tom Brady, to Joe Burrow, and then been to
uh,
4 Super Bowls.
yeah. So,
He
and I
smelt
feel
the
like,
wild card or the divisional round. Yeah, they ain't smelt it.
he didn't done it. He done it with a kind of loaded offense. They had a lot of talent on offense when he did it. The first couple times, but I mean, these last 2 years, man, they ain't had Tyreek Hill, man. And this year, they don't have the best receivers, and it's just really Travis. It's just his number one threat is a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he win a Super Bowl like that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Man, dude, that's tough. Even though Tom Brady was in similar situation, but man, Patty, he just different. And like I was telling somebody like a week ago, like if somebody sit and tell me that they seen Patrick Mahomes doing this coming out of college, you're lying. Nobody's seen this
Nope.
coming from Patrick Mahomes coming out of college. Nobody, not even myself. So to see him doing what he doing, without Tyreek Hill and without the best, not the best receivers, but somehow he just get them over the hump and he get it done, man. It's just like if Patrick Mahomes had that Lamar team last week, man, they've been blowing people out. They've been blowing
Oh
people out.
man,
They've been blowing people
they would be
out,
clear
dude.
favorites for the Super Bowl.
They would
Clear.
be blowing people out, bro.
It
So
wouldn't
this
be close.
just
They would maul San Francisco.
and it's just like every time you bet against him and every time you put some odds against him, he get it done. He hurt his ankle messed up. He still go out there and win the Super Bowl. They the
Exactly.
underdog. They on the road. He still get it done. I mean, what more else do you want?
Yeah.
Right. Man.
I'll say this. I'll say this. I think that I should have said what I said earlier for this question, so I'll repeat it. Um, this run that Kansas City is having reminds me of the 2022 Golden State run, and I feel like
Yeah.
once Golden State, everybody was already dynasty, legends, Hall of Famers, one of the greatest teams of all time. But I feel like once they won in 22, it's nothing else they need to do. They don't never need to win another ring. They don't never need to even get in the playoffs again. They're solidified goats. And I feel like if Patrick Mahomes win this year, there's nothing to talk about. He has nothing to prove no more. He's a solidified GOAT for winning, as Ian stated, with this team, you know what I'm saying, who was counted out as they should have been, underdogs the whole way, you know, and still made it, and still is a threat. Is I think it's up in the air. I don't have a clear, I don't think it'll be a lopsided game, and so,
No.
the fact that it's even competitive with the season that they had is like, yeah, he win this game, GOAT. And I feel like that's similar what Brady was already a GOAT, but to me, I'm personally not a fan of Brady. I respect, his rings and what he did and all this and that, but eh, I feel like Brady winning that 7th ring in Tampa Bay is what, once again, that's similar to what LeBron did in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like, yes, I feel like Brady will still be number one, but then I feel like the only person that they can really talk about in this current era to compare to Brady is Patrick Mahomes. If he win Sunday tomorrow.
Right. Facts. Yeah. And appreciate that, sis. Jock, in your opinion, bro, what does this solidify Patty in regards to that GOAT status if he were to win this Super Bowl tomorrow?
It'll definitely put him in the top 5. I'd be nice right now. It'll put him in the top 5. Just off yards and what he did through regular seasons and things like that. I have to put him top 5 for sure.
Okay, now you talking about quarterback or top 5 NFL player of all time?
Quarterback.
Okay, top 5
I
quarterback.
have to put him top 5 QB.
Okay.
Or yeah, well, at least 10. Like he in there, top 5, top 10. Cause the only run I ever seen like this personally, I ain't even gonna say I seen it. But the only other run like this was when the Bills went to 4 Super Bowls straight and lost every last one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
How's that similar though? I'm sorry. How's that similar? He didn't lose every
I'm
How's that similar?
The straight years that they went.
Like him getting to the Super Bowl, like be smooth,
Man.
Listen.
Even when he say he not biased. You should just have like a stamp bias over his.
That's not being biased.
Over his square.
Over his
box. That's not being biased.
Right, though. Just bias.
That's not being biased. The Bills had
they had a great team.
Dominant team. Back and forth.
And
it don't matter if they lost pieces.
I remember the quarterback.
Or whatever. Like, Joe Kelly was out there slanging rocks. What you mean? He was out there throwing that thing. He was out there
slanging them rocks. Yes, sir. Yeah,
like,
man.
It didn't matter if they lost players or added players. They was a dominant team. They went to 4 straight Super Bowls. We talking about
won against the Giants. Remember that one?
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, they should have won. They should have won 3. They lost from like 3 field goals and like 3 Super Bowls. But I'm saying it as him just achieving to get to the Super Bowl. He been in the league 6 years. He been to the Super Bowl 4 times. He won 2. Like, that's an achievement. You feel me? I can't knock that.
Right. And so, yeah, right. And so for you, bro, top 5, top 10, he's somewhere in there. And so, okay. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Definitely. And so, in regards to that, Jamar is busy. But in regards to Patrick Mahomes, I just got to state this. Patrick Mahomes has been, none other than excellence. I've never seen a player come into a league literally within the shortest amount of time frame that he's had and have such excellence at every level. And so with that, I'm here to state that if Patrick Mahomes were to win this Super Bowl tomorrow, for me, it does not put him above Tom Brady. That's just me because it's hard to go to the Super Bowl 9 times. It's hard to go to the championship game 12 times. And it's hard to win the Super Bowl 7 times. Like,
he ain't far behind already.
Right. He on track. He just ain't more time.
If we look at his trajectory, if we go projections, he on pace to probably pass him. You're right, Ian. And that'd just be thinking like we probably just at the beginning of his. We probably just at the beginning.
He in the beginning of his prime.
Right. We just at the beginning. We ain't even
in the 26 yet. Is he even 26?
Yeah, he passed 26.
Something like that. And so if he were to win, I'm with you, Tiana. You got to mention him within nobody other than Tom Brady for me. Nobody other than Tom Brady. And I would actually put him, if it was just me, I would put him next to Lawrence Taylor as the best football player I've ever seen. I don't know if y'all remember Lawrence Taylor. He'll be like the best football player I've ever seen. Literally the best football player I've ever seen. And he would be the most talented quarterback I've ever seen.
You must want me to take a shot.
Talent,
You said
What?
by far
you said
the
now
most talented quarterback I've ever seen.
you saying he the best football player you ever seen?
Hey,
I know quarterback wise, but you saying
Lawrence Taylor? That's
now
deep.
you saying now or period like period?
In general, in general,
Uh,
Man,
in the game of football.
in the modern day era, or we talking about like the whole
I'm talking
NFL?
about
Not
in
y'all,
general. In general.
not y'all asking for the qualifiers.
'Cause
General.
listen,
Literally right next
Not
to
y'all
Lawrence
like,
Taylor.
so
Right next to Lawrence Taylor. I'm not saying he's above Lawrence Taylor.
oh
But I'm
man.
saying when
yeah.
it comes to mentioning the best football player, yes, I will put him right next to Lawrence Taylor.
that's
And I'm
scary.
standing
So
firm on that.
so
He
you
say he
saying so
10
Look
best
at the
so
numbers,
toes.
look at the data. I
yeah
ain't
so
backing away
basic
from nothing. I
so
said what I said.
basically
Not
so
the
basically you
memes, not the
saying
what. Oh yeah.
What? Huh? What? I got plenty
so
of evidence. What?
so basically you saying he's a top 10 NFL football player of all time.
No, he's a top 2 NFL football player of all time.
Wait. Time out.
I
Okay.
need to go get a drink this morning.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh
So
my God.
Yes.
you saying
Top 2?
top 2. So this goes for all positions. This is going for all positions. So you
Let's go
saying
for all positions.
he better than Jerry Rice?
Yes.
I don't know about that. Barry Sanders?
You
Yes.
tweaking. You is tweak. You just made me cut my camera off, man. What is wrong with you?
Yes. Yep. Yes.
Man, Jerry Rice the GOAT, man. I don't know. That's
He's
tough.
the greatest. Yes, he's the
Tom
greatest
Brady ain't even
wide
better than Jerry
receiver of
Rice.
all
Brandon,
time.
Brandon. Did you
Yeah,
drink your
what?
coffee this morning?
I did. Yes. I
You
don't
sure?
even
What
drink
you
coffee.
put in your coffee? Because I don't think you
I
put the
didn't.
right
I don't
stuff,
even
man.
drink coffee. I don't
You-
drink coffee, and I don't
Did
need
you drink
drink.
some tea?
You
But
drink tea.
when it comes to football, I haven't seen a quarterback do what this man does. I haven't seen the decisions that he makes, the elusiveness he has. This man is slept on as a scrambler. He slept on as a runner. He slept on. I mean, it ain't a pass he can't throw. Yes, I'm putting
All
him
he
next
did
to
was
Lawrence
scramble
Taylor.
in the Big 12. What you mean?
Hey Jamal,
What
come
do you
get your boy,
mean?
man. He
Scramble
said
in the
Patrick
Big 12.
Mahomes
I'm
better
talking
than
about in
Jerry
the
Rice.
NFL. I'm
Hey,
not talking about
Needs
Texas
to be
Tech at
tested
all.
immediately.
I'm talking
hey,
Not only
literally
immediately.
NFL,
what
legitly
my
NFL.
what my boy on IG say? What he say? He said, "Hey, get him drug tested immediately, like right now.
Immediately.
Go get.
Patrick
Immediately.
Mahomes is
You
the
need to go pee in
second
the cup.
best for me, the second best football player of all time behind Lawrence Taylor.
You need to go pee in the cup. That's what you
Lawrence
need to
Taylor
do.
not even number one. It's Jerry Rice.
You
I
gotta
I
go
would say
pee
Lawrence
in the
Taylor.
cup.
You know what? You know
No.
what this does? I feel like I need to
Lawrence
see
Taylor's
y'all
number
top 5
one.
list. Cause I feel like
Yeah,
by
what's
the
the
end of
top
the
five? What's your
show,
top five?
look, I'm calling
My
the
top
audible.
5, I give it to you right now.
Right. I like by the
So
end of the
y'all,
show, I need to see everybody's top
show
5
y'all how much I've been
NFL players
watching
of all
sports my
time.
whole life. Number 1 for me is Lawrence Taylor. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. Number 3, Jerry Rice. Number 4, Barry Sanders. Number 5, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Look,
Hey, I missed
Damien.
number 4. Who was
Over
4?
all the people with it.
I missed
Yep.
4. Who was number 4?
Number 4 is Barry Sanders, and number
I
5
need
is
a drink.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
You just, man.
The fact that you don't have
Number 6, probably Randy Moss. I say
the
Randy
fact
Moss.
the fact that you don't have the best Chicago Bear in your top 5 is insane.
What, Walter Payton or Devin Hester?
Yeah. No, Walter Payton.
No, man. Walter,
Oh,
he was great. He
it's
was great.
cringy now. Oh.
He was great. He was great, but he's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not.
I know it's
So
a
you
quarterback
basically
driven
woke up
league.
and chose violence on this Saturday, huh?
I know it's a quarterback driven league, but
It is.
gee.
It
So
is.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
It is.
I'll
Yes,
give you
it is.
my top 5. The order is subjective. Jay Rice is 1. I mean Jay Rice is 1. I don't even think it's close. Jay Rice is 1. Um, Barry Sanders. That's probably
The best
that's a
running
little
back that ever played in the
yeah,
NFL.
that's a little biased. I gotta put Walter Payton in the top 5.
I put LaDainian
Lawrence
above Barry Sanders. I mean, LaDainian, you
Oh,
could argue them like they neck and neck.
Oh no!
They're close.
Oh no!
Hey,
LaDainian
Brandon,
couldn't touch.
listen,
He couldn't touch Barry's shoes.
listen,
Really?
listen. Whatever drugs you taking, send them to Chicago.
LaDainian was
Send them to
LaDainian.
Chicago.
Oh,
Lawrence
you
Taylor
know, we
is
can
in my
watch
top.
LaDainian again.
I feel like Lawrence Taylor is in the top 5 just simply because the way he
Lawrence Taylor
dominated
is the best
as a
football
defensive
player
player.
ever.
And 5, who would be 5? There's so many people
He's
that could be 5.
He's the
I
best
would-
defensive player.
He's
I'm
the best
sorry.
football player ever.
That's what you wrote.
Period.
5 could be a whole bunch of people, but I'll probably given I'm not even a big fan of him. I'll probably put Tom Brady at 5. But man, see, for you to not have Walter Payton in your top 5 or Barry
He's in
Sanders,
my
Barry
top
Sanders
10,
would have
yes. I
Barry
was
Sanders
gonna
would
get to
have
him, but I'm not saying he in my top 5. No, he not, bro. He not.
Man,
Barry
Barry
Sanders.
he would have destroyed the rushing record, bro. He retired at what? My age, 32?
The man almost broke over 50,000 yards in almost 8 seasons. What you talking about? What you talking about?
50,000?
And we're
What,
not 50, not 50, but
No, what the record is?
You
What
talking about
the
Giants?
record?
What, bro?
the record
the
like
record like
16.
30,
It's
right?
like ain't it like
The record
I think it's
is
like
30, right?
16. I think it's like 16,000, something like that. 16
Talking
or
about
17.
rushing yards.
Yeah, the record
I'll
like
tell you
30.
in a second.
It's
Or
The
like
the
record
16
for
or
one
17.
season or in regards to the whole career?
He was talking about career.
Career.
And we
Barry
and we're
Sanders.
not even gonna talk about his Heisman season in college. The man,
at Oklahoma?
he rushed
Hey.
for 2,100 yards and 30-something touchdowns in 11 games. This is not, and that's not no 14 or 15 games.
Hey man.
We talking about
hey,
Barry, right? Or we talking
Yes.
about
Yes, that's
the
insane,
best
Yeah.
bro.
running back
Okay,
that
stay.
ever
Yeah.
touched the
Yeah.
ball.
And it holds the
Guys,
record
I
at
understand y'all point. I'm
18,355.
sorry I said what I
Yeah,
said.
18.
Yeah, okay.
He
Uh,
almost eclipsed that in almost 8 seasons. What
To
you
be
mean?
honest, hey Brandon, I'm gonna mess your
Said
head
what
up,
I
Brandon.
said.
Brandon, I'm
What?
gonna mess your head up.
What?
LaDainian Thomas ain't even better than Adrian Peterson.
That part.
Exactly,
no, he's
bro.
better than him.
Oh,
When I'm talking about a football player, yeah.
Adrian
talking about
Peterson ran like
a football, I'm not talking about running back. I'm talking about a football player that
That's what
can
we
do
talking about.
everything.
Don't what he
Adrian
doing? What are
Peterson.
you
What
playing
can Barry
chess?
Sanders do?
What are you playing pickleball? What are you doing?
Y'all talking about?
Wait a minute. Now that's a whole nother kind of words, and I won't go there. But it sounds like you on that bias
I'm
against
not
running back
on
train.
nothing, baby.
What is with this
LaDainian
disrespect
Tomlinson
against
is
running
a better
backs?
overall football player than Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson is a better running back. Yes, he can
Oh
run.
my
and pound. But when it
goodness.
comes to an overall running back and talent, catching the ball, everything,
So-
LT could be touched by a lot
So-
of.
so-
Probably
so-
the only one for me was Barry Sanders and Walter Payton.
So let me ask you this: who do you think is better, Marshall Faulk or LaDainian Thomas?
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Oh Lord.
Get him off. Get him off this live right now.
Yes.
Get him off
You,
this live.
you just
Y'all
don't. What you got
serious?
against running back?
Hey, get him
Marshall
off this
Faulk
live.
had a little run.
A little.
Years.
Oh,
He had a little
Oh,
bit in
Lord.
Indianapolis, a little run in St. Louis, but it does
A
not
long
compare
run in St.
to the
he
Louis.
won a
overall
championship ring. What
longevity
you
of
mean?
LaDainian Tomlinson, who stepped in the league from day one and was dominant.
He did. Marshall Faulk stepped in the day one and was dominant.
But he wasn't dominant like he wasn't as dominant as LT.
He got that ring.
Okay, and
Greatest show
And-
on turf.
and-
What you mean?
You
etc.
You said
You know who is Marshall Faulk? You know who's the new Marshall Faulk?
Right now,
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, you can say
Because
that.
LaDainian Thompson ain't never rushed for 1,000 yards and catch the ball for 1,000 yards in one season.
I want to hear your response, Brad. Since you on this crack this morning. Come on, bro.
No, I'm
Come on,
just
man.
saying to you, you got to look into the details, man. Like when you look at LT, he's just the.
And this is no knock
That's
to
just
LT was nice. LT, he was like that. You know what I'm
That's
saying? He
just
was
me.
nice, but
That's just me.
LT better than Adrian Peterson. Oh Lord.
Not
Oh,
better than
Lord.
the juggernaut.
Yes.
Adrian Peterson
Yes.
was the juggernaut.
Better than
as a
Walter
running back.
Payton?
I'm a,
He mimicked his game after Walter Payton. He took workout studies with Walter Payton.
All right, maybe you can argue. That's why I stated, man. You can argue for me with Walter Payton and Barry Sanders, but you can't argue with AP. No. He's a better, maybe a better, tougher running back. But when it comes to overall everything, no, man.
What's
LT,
overall? They don't play defense.
Mhm.
And we're not talking about defense. We talking about catching the
No,
ball. We talking about running the ball. We talking about
Yeah.
juking. We talking about everything, bro. We talking about elusiveness. We talking
And
about
AP ain't had that.
everything. He did, and he was fantastic. I'm not stating. I know who he is. I know. But
I don't
just
know,
for me,
man.
I think LT got him. That's just me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you have a rough week this week or something?
I
Because
had
you
a
caught
great
some real
week, bro.
like
I
what's
had a
going on?
fantastic week.
You know,
Fantastic
listen,
week. And I'm gonna be in Chicago next week.
look,
I had
What?
a
we is
fantastic,
all family. If you need help, wink
fantastic,
twice.
bro. And I said what I said, bro. P.
If you
And
Oh,
need
so
help,
man.
wink twice.
with that being
Keep that
said, man,
energy next week when you come to the shop.
we,
Oh,
we
bro,
got
listen.
a lot of time.
We gotta get together. Keep that energy.
Yeah.
I want to hear this in person, so I could do
Hell
one of
yeah,
these on your
and
forehead.
we can totally do that. Totally fine. But as stated,
He got to pay the
I
tab,
said
man.
what I said, man. I believe Patrick Mahomes, man. He win the Super Bowl. You got to really start putting this man as one of the best football players of all time. All time. Period.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't
And
even
so
want
with
to
that
discuss
being
this
said,
no more.
let us
That's
now
what I said. I'm just like,
reactions and overreactions. And so, Jamar, we're gonna start with you. From there, we go with you, Am. We go with you, Tiana, and then we're gonna follow with you, Jock. And so, with that being said, Jamar, is it an overreaction, bro, to think that the San Francisco 49ers will have to lean on CMC as they have done so this entire season in order to bring home the Lombardi Trophy?
I just want to say real quick, y'all funny. But all right, and in regards to this question, no, this is not an overreaction. I mean, I feel like CMC needs about 35 touches in this game. They need to give that man the ball any and every opportunity. That man needs to have like 300 rushing yards.
300.
God.
right,
So you saying he got to do all that, Jamar, 35 touches?
Hey,
I know it's a
he
little
picking
exaggeration.
50,000
Hey,
yards. We gonna throw it.
50,000 yards.
I started out with Jock tweaking.
10
I get some
touchdowns.
tweaking, let Jamar tweaking. Guess we all tweaking this morning. Damn,
Y'all all the way. Bring it down. I get it. Super Bowl week. A lot of things is grand. Bring it back.
My
Bring it
bad, my
down.
bad.
All y'all
My
is.
bad.
My boy said
My-
300
my-
yards.
Man, he
Bring
said,
My
it
bad.
down.
he just
My
said
bad.
We
Christian
excited this
McCaffrey
morning.
picking
That's
the
it.
cotton, carrying it on his back. Like, man, 300
You
yards.
gotta bring it down. Y'all gotta bring it down.
No, I'm playing. I know it's exaggeration, but you get what I'm saying. He's gonna have to be heavily involved
Yeah,
in this
face
game.
over there like, damn, like, what's going on this morning? Like,
The whole team don't even get barely 300
Man.
yards. So him to do it by himself.
Listen,
Hey,
every play.
boy got to go out on the effort.
Hey, I mean, just pop in Madden. You can do it on there.
I mean, turn the fatigue off. This ain't mad though.
Hey, put it on rookie mode. Put it on rookie mode. Nah, but yeah, they need to get that man heavily involved in this game, though.
Right. Yeah. And so he got to get heavily involved for sure. And we're going to stick with that. Yes, sir. And so, Ian, bro, is it an overreaction to think that the San Francisco 49ers will have to lean on CMC as they have done so this entire season in order to bring home the Lombardi Trophy?
Slight overreaction. They don't need everybody to win this game. I don't think it's just gonna be CMC because if you're gonna lean on him too much, then we ain't gonna do nothing but put 10 in the box and make Brock Purdy beat them. So they're gonna need a good game from George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, CMC. Hell, Trent Williams, he need to they need to throw him out there for a fade too. Hell, you know what I'm saying? They need everybody this game. So slight overreaction, but they need him though.
Yeah. Trent Williams, man, best tackle in the world. Tiana, is it an overreaction to think that the San Francisco 49ers will have to lean on CMC as they have done so this entire season in order to bring home the Lombardi Trophy?
I don't think it's an overreaction. I think he needs 600 yards rushing.
Oh man.
If we playing football,
I mean, he's 600 or he a bust. No.
Hey, my boy can't even get a
What
bus
is
50 on
happening
the
this
ground.
morning?
He a
What is
bus.
going on?
hey, is he getting a windbreak or something like that?
No, let me stop.
Take a 75
I don't think it's an overreaction. Because as you all stated, if you think, go back to what y'all said, Brock Purdy is a game manager, right? So he just manages the game, right? And so they do need to lean more into the running game, with the offense to help them as they've been doing. And I feel like that's what's gonna keep them in this game. And I'll leave it at that because I don't like the Super Bowl this year.
All right, so y'all, let me get back to my top 5. I'm gonna go ahead.
No, please spare us.
No, I'm gonna get back to it. Y'all right. Maybe I was tweaking. In regards to Patty Mahomes being top 2. Okay,
we already heard your foolishness already, man.
Once you guys done began to talk to me about AP, Marshall Faulk,
you must have went
Jerry Rice, Lawrence Taylor.
Did some research.
I'm a reconsider. But damn it, he in the top 10.
You must have went on Google and looked at them stats.
He in the top 10 for me. I'm gonna leave it at that.
No arguments with him being in the top 10. I think he earned his right to be in that top 10, especially if they win tomorrow.
Top 10, all right.
It's clear cut.
But when we talk about an overall football player, I won't say he top 2 because even me, honestly, in my head, I was struggling with him kind of even being a better football player than Randy Moss. Let alone we get into, Barry Sanders, and we get into Mark Payton, and we get into all the other people.
Deion Sanders, Terrell Owens, I can keep going. Ray Lewis, I can keep going. Even Brian Urlacher, I don't even really like him no more.
No, he better than Brian. Yeah. He better than Brian.
Hey, man.
But yeah, y'all right, man. Thank you. Sometimes you need to be just checked in regards to your opinions on stuff.
We had to tap the back of that neck.
I get I sometimes in sports you can talk it so much you can get caught into the moment, if that makes sense, Tiana.
No,
I'm looking at the moment right now.
You ain't got nobody out there to talk to, do you?
No, I do. I talk to everybody. I talk to Jamar and every Saturday.
I'm talking about where you at. Where you at?
It depends, but
right.
We talk a lot of sports that surprisingly we do, but not American football.
There we go.
In regards to y'all point, y'all right, man. But for me, he is in the top 10, and I'm gonna leave it at that. And when we talk about just the overall football players, you begin to think of all the greats. I'll just leave it at that. And so, I admit I was wrong.
Speaking to the mic. Speaking to the mic.
I'm owning up to my mistake, but I definitely don't think that Christian McCaffrey needs 300 yards. But I don't think he needs 600 yards. But I definitely will state that I am wrong and that I was tweaking a little bit.
Yeah, this is like that man when he was in jail singing, "I'm sorry."
Okay.
I got caught up too much into the moment of seeing Patrick Mahomes, and I just started saying some crazy stuff because I'm like, man, we in his moment right now. And don't think I'm not the only one. It's a million people out there who probably think the same damn thing. They get caught up in the moment and they begin to see what greatness is looking like, and they be like, oh, yeah, he's this, he's that. But pump the brakes, Brandon, pump the brakes. And so with that being said, let us continue our NFL reactions and overreactions. And so, Jock, we're going to follow up with you. Okay?
All
You're a 49ers fan, okay? And so is it an overreaction to think that the Niners, and you basically stated this earlier, will have to lean on CMC as they done so this entire season in order to bring home the Lombardi Trophy?
I just want to speak to everybody on the podcast. I love y'all. We gonna make sure Brandon send an apology letter to all y'all, okay, for the craziness that he said for his top 5. Okay, he is sorry, as he's just stated. He a little off. He had a stressful week. Okay, all right.
No.
Listen,
Not the disclaimer.
Go ahead, bro.
Christian McCaffrey, I say he had to have 20 touches on the ground and at least like 10 touches, you know what I'm saying, catching the ball. At least 5.
Ooh,
At least
10.
5.
Woo. Okay, 5.
Yeah.
5. Minimum 5 for sure. Because we got the Swiss Army knife in Debo, so he could do that too.
Exactly.
I wouldn't say it's an overreaction. I'd say it's 50-50. Because there's so many weapons you can play with the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, at least 15, 20 rush. I mean, 15 to 20. It should get it done.
Okay. Yeah. And so, all right. And so let us progress. And so, Jamar, is it an overreaction to think that the Kansas City defense will be looking to run traditional style Steve Magnola schemes, e.g., various exotic blitzes, and looks to win this Super Bowl? Or would he likely have to adjust and stay away from blitzing as Brock Purdy is talented enough to make this Chiefs defense pay? And again, I know that's a long question, bro, but it is an overreaction to think that the Chiefs defense will be looking to run traditional Steve Magnola schemes as folk. We know he loved the blitz. Or will he likely have to adjust this game and stay away from blitzing as Brock Purdy is talented enough to make him pay?
I think it's going to be a healthy mix, honestly. Because, yeah, you definitely – I mean, because I just like you said, 50-50. I think it's going to have to be a healthy mix. I mean, at times, yeah, you're going to have to apply pressure on Brock Purdy because if he turned into happy feet, I've seen some quarterbacks turn into happy feet, and it's all she wrote, a.k.a. Matt Ryan. I also seen Matthew Stafford at one time with happy feet. He could be the same way in that regard. But also, I think they're going to really key in on Christian McCaffrey and really try to shut that down too. So I think it's going to be a healthy mix, honestly.
Okay, yeah. And so, Aaron, bro, is it an overreaction to think that the Chiefs defense will be looking to run traditional style Steve Magnola schemes? Or will Steve Magnola have to adjust and stay away from blitzing as Brock Purdy is talented enough to make him pay?
I'm with Jamal. I think it's gonna be a healthy mix, but if I'm the Chiefs, I'm blitzing him a lot. You gonna have to prove it to me. You gonna beat us today. Ain't gonna be Christian McCaffrey, ain't gonna be Debo, ain't gonna be George Kittle. You gonna beat us today. If he beat us today, then I can live. If he was to beat them, then I can live with that. But I ain't gonna let them other dudes beat us. You gonna beat us.
I love that answer, Ian. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. And so, Tiana.
Yeah.
Is that an overreaction?
I would say actually what Ian just said make a lot of sense. Once again, I'm pretty sure, as we know, Brock Purdy is a game manager. I'm pretty sure they know he's a game manager, right? And so, like Ian said, do something else. Like, what else? Show us. And then let's see what you really got. And so I feel like they do that. And then, like Ian said, I really like. I agree with that. Ian said he got to prove himself. They blitz him, then they'll be good. So I do think that they will do that. To answer your question, I do think that the 49, Kansas City will do that.
Yeah, that blitz him. Yeah.
Ian's law.
So, Doc, is it an overreaction to think that the Chiefs defense will be looking to run traditional style blitzing of Steve Spagnuolo, or will he likely have to adjust and stay away from blitzing as Brock Purdy is talented enough to make him pay? So what's your thoughts on this?
Man, they gonna send everything in the kitchen sink. And plus they go try to, you know what I'm saying, tap in that little speaker thing and put some Taylor Swift songs in there. You know the Chiefs just been crazy this postseason. They go do anything to win. You feel me? So
right.
It's still gonna be 50-50 though. It's gonna be 50-50 because I feel like if they bite down too much, if he take off and run for a couple first downs like he did in the NFC Championship game, it's curtains. If he at least run for like 25, 30 yards, it's curtains. Because now he's stepping up in the pocket, and he's you know what I'm saying, he gonna do it with his legs. Now you gotta have a spy to clamp on that. And like I said, they bread and butter is the play action pass. As long as that play action pass is smoking, Kansas City gonna have a long day.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. And so, Jamar, bro, is it an overreaction to think that if the Kansas City Chiefs want to host the Lombardi Trophy, that Patrick Mahomes has to throw at least 2 touchdowns? Is it an overreaction to think that Patrick Mahomes got to throw at least 2 touchdowns?
No, it's no, that's not overreaction. I mean, it would actually be the perfect game flow for them. Like I mentioned earlier, if they do not, as in the front seven of the 49ers, pressure that man, it's going to be a long day for that secondary. A long day. That secondary, ever since I saw Anthony Callaway's Kirk Cousins torch them on that Monday Night Football game, that secondary has not been the same whatsoever. So it's going to be a long day.
Yeah, we can talk about their D-line next. And so, Ian, bro, is it an overreaction to think that if the Chiefs want to host this Super Bowl yet again, that Patrick Mahomes has to throw at least 2 touchdowns?
Oh, for sure. At least 2 touchdowns, for sure. It's like I said, with the 49ers, they're going to need it all hands on deck as well, too. But he definitely needs to throw 2 touchdowns, at least.
Which means the receivers got to catch the ball, Tiana.
Exactly.
So, right.
I will say, I think he need at least 3, to be honest. Exactly what I'll keep it short. Like I said, I think he need at least 3 receivers. Got to get that butter off their gloves, or keep the butter off the gloves, like they did in the AFC game, and then they'll be curtains. In the words of Jock, curtains.
Speaking of Jock, bro, Kansas City Chiefs, if they want to host the Super Bowl again, is it an overreaction to think that Patrick Mahomes got to throw at least 2 touchdowns?
He gonna need at least 5 of them things. Cause listen, we coming. All right. We gonna need 5.
Bias.
I'm not being biased. Listen, I'm not being biased though. Listen, I'm not though. Detroit was up three touchdowns. Detroit was up 3 touchdowns. The Packers was up 2 touchdowns in the field goal. When that second half came and that third and fourth quarter was busting, San Francisco was choking their life out. You feel me? So he gonna have to score at least 4 to 5 to me. Because if he only get 2 and that second half roll around, it's over with.
Man, so you saying we talking about just throw, dog? We ain't
That's
talking
about check rushing, none of that. No.
You talking about throw 4 to 5?
Yes.
Damn, now you tweaking now again.
This show, all y'all need to be tested. Y'all need to get off and start again. And you came on and you made it. We was doing fast. It was all in the right man until you came on. It's like when you came on, everybody lost it. It's like everybody just lost it. Like, Ian, let's start talking crazy.
We got excited.
Going on?
Listen, all I'm saying is Detroit was up 3 touchdowns.
10 touchdowns. Like what?
That's gonna be a Super Bowl that everybody gonna want to see. That's gonna be a global Super Bowl, dog. If Patty throw for 4 to 5, man, we're gonna be talking about this one for years and years.
For sure.
Shootout.
Yeah.
But I already know who's hosting the trophy.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay.
All right, next question.
Bang. All right, Dion, I'm gonna follow you. Yes. And so, Jamar, bro, is it an overreaction to think that as the San Francisco 49ers defensive line has not played well thus far this postseason, that this defensive line will have to save its best for last, aka this Super Bowl matchup, in order to host this Lombardi Trophy?
Absolutely, that has to happen. Absolutely. I mean, we know that. I feel like any real football fan know that the game starts at the battle of the trenches. I mean, the Super Bowl that Patrick Mahomes lost, that man ran with like 500 yards all around the field that day. That game was over in the first quarter. Before the end of the first quarter, that game was over. And so, once again, like I just stated, if that front seven does not show up, it's going to be a long game for that Niners secondary. I'll leave it at that.
Right. Yeah. And, bro, yes. And so, is that an overreaction that after seeing what the San Francisco defensive line has played thus far this postseason, that it will have to save its best for last, aka the Super Bowl matchup, in order to host this Lombardi Trophy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Chase Young, I ain't really seen much out of Chase Young, so he gonna have to come to play the Super Bowl for sure.
He not playing.
They ain't letting him play.
We ain't playing him.
He ain't not playing.
Nah, he's been trash.
He a healthy scratch.
He a healthy scratch.
Yeah.
Wow.
For real?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. For real.
Like,
Damn,
he been
that's
timid
crazy.
about his ACL. Still, we gonna let him sit down.
Just know, Ian, we made the right move with Sweat. Just let you know.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, man, he had the city on, man. Yeah,
so
because
when did
I'd
they
be
say
pissed
he
if we
was
had him, bro.
because I'm seeing articles about him taking in the uneven Super Bowl. I don't see anything about him. And that did y'all get this win, Jamar? When did y'all get this news?
It was sometime this week.
Because the
They
way
was
it
talking
looks
about-
on video, it don't look like he not playing. It look like he playing. They would be silly to not play.
No, they would be
At least
smart.
rotate him. At least rotate
They
him.
would be.
No,
No,
Maybe
they
they gotta
they
start him,
also
but rotate him at least. Come on, y'all.
his work ethic. They coming at this dude.
Right.
Like
That's why Nick Bosa was getting cracked back the whole NFC Championship game because he couldn't crash down and he couldn't stunt. That's why the defensive tackles couldn't get in their positions.
Yeah,
Okay.
those I guess quote unquote rumors about him, like his work ethic and all the stuff at the trade deadline and all that stuff, like that's
showing.
us, yeah, like no bull.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. So he definitely probably not starting.
No, Randy Gregory started.
Okay. All right. Yep. And so with that, Jamar, you say absolutely. Ian, you say absolutely. Tiana, you think absolutely as well? Do the defensive line for the Niners?
Yeah, I touched on this a little bit earlier when you asked what needs to go well, and I said the defense needs to score. Not only do they need to create the turnover, but they need to get points off of them as well. So, yes, I think it's not an overreaction.
All right. And what about you, Jock?
Man,
Y'all D-line got to step up?
man, do they?
We'll leave it at that. Do they? And so, with that, Jamar, we're going to progress, bro. Jamar, is it an overreaction to think that if the Kansas City Chiefs win this Super Bowl, that this run would then be considered a dynasty, or is it a dynasty already?
No. Like with this win, I feel like with this win, yeah, I feel like you can put them pretty much in that category. I don't say they're one right now. No,
I don't either. That's just me. That's not yet.
I mean, no team has won back-to-back since the Patriots in the early 2000s. Like, and that's the last time we really considered a dynasty back then, when they won 3 out of 4.
That's exactly who I consider them. That for me, the standard is the Patriots, and if you're not in that standard, then I don't know if you're there yet. And
they was cheating too. It's okay.
I mean, they at least with that one, they was actually caught cheating.
Right. That
was wild.
And so, yeah. So Jamar, not exactly. They're not today. They're not a dynasty, but tomorrow they could.
They could, yeah.
Okay, Ian, your thoughts, bro?
I think they right. I think they right there, but not quite. Like Jamar stated, if they win Sunday or tomorrow, then yeah, you gotta put them in that conversation.
Tiana?
Same. I think they on the cusp. They win this game, and if they at least get back to the Super Bowl within the next 2 years, then it's got to be serious talks.
Okay. All right. Yep. And Jake?
I mean, because
he don't want to admit it.
Bias.
As long as you know it's coming at this moment. All right. Listen, I can't label them as a dynasty if they win tomorrow. I could say they you know what I'm saying, like Tiana said, I get them like 1-2 years if they come back. But I also told Tiana next year the AFC gonna be
gonna
a
be
gladiator
lit.
battle. But
Lit.
yeah, I say in the next 1 or 2 years they go back. Yeah, I could say that.
Then you can say that dynasty. Okay.
Yeah, but they gotta pay the refs to win though. All right, I'm ready.
All right, next question. I'm
Nah,
gonna
And
keep
so-
them. I got you, Brandon. I'm co-host A. I got you. Keep them.
I appreciate you, sis. I appreciate you. And so let me ask you this. And so we're gonna follow up with you, Jamar. Then we're gonna go with you, M. Follow up with you, Tiana, as well as you, Jock. During tomorrow's Super Bowl, what will you be looking forward to the most? The TV commercials, Super Bowl parties with the food, Taylor Swift up in the suite, the halftime with Usher, Ludacris, various others, or the actual football game, all of the above. So, Jamar, bro, tomorrow for the Super Bowl, what are you looking forward to the most?
Oh man. I mean, I say any event that involves food in it. I mean, I'm the skinniest, fattest person you probably met, so I'm eating. I would also say the game. I mean, honestly, is there an answer for all the above? I'll take all the above.
Yeah,
It's a whole event.
You gotta
It's an
have
event, definitely.
E. You gotta say E. That's without Taylor Swift in the you know what I'm saying? In that mix, man.
I mean, honestly,
She gonna be there though. Everybody and their mom
Yeah.
knows she gonna be there. Rain, hell,
I mean-
superstar. She gonna be there.
I hope they
Right
lock
up in that suite with all Travis Kelce mother. Who else gonna be there?
That's $1
And
million.
Jason Kelce.
That's
Jason
$1
Kelce.
million suite. That is.
Oh yeah, and she be back, but you know her net worth. She about 600 mil.
she could buy all the sweets
Like
if she
that?
wanted to.
That's
Like,
insane.
it's
About $1 million
easy.
suite for one day man. That's insane, bro. It must
Nothing,
be
bro.
nice, bro. It must be
I
nice,
mean-
but that's
I
insane.
mean, that's why
That's
they're
the epitome of
billion-dollar
tricking
industry.
off right there.
The
For sure.
billion-dollar industry. You can charge. They probably make half their money on the Super Bowl alone.
The NFL, you
In
think?
yes, in one day.
Oh, absolutely.
That's crazy.
At least
That's
half.
Think about it from a business. Hell yeah. And think about all the deals they do with the commercial. I mean, it's so much.
The commercials, man.
M, your thoughts, bro? What are you looking forward to the most tomorrow for the Super Bowl?
To be honest, really, just the game. Really, the game. The food. I know I'm gonna be a little hungry, and maybe the liquor, but really.
What's your drink, bro? What's your drink on the What's your drink, bro?
What's my go-to drink? Tequila. I'm always
Okay.
with the
Tequila
tequila.
make you wanna fight.
Tequila and champagne. That's it. That's all.
Mm.
I drink some beer here and there on the light side, on the chill side, but
Right.
tequila.
All right. Make sure you don't get too much of that tequila in you, because that tequila make you want to fight.
Nah, it'll make me want to fight.
Don't make me want to fight. Right. Don't make me want to fight either. I love tequila. What kind of tequila you drinking? You he probably had that tequila earlier today talking about his top 5.
Man, had a shot of
No,
Jose
yeah,
Cuervo
some
this
vodka.
morning.
No, yeah, some vodka.
Man,
Right.
whatever he had, it was the island special, dog.
So peak
Are you
living.
over there drinking?
Speaking of the island special, they got rum over here, y'all.
See?
And so
Yup.
I have a few folks over to my
That,
place.
that
And
Jack Sparrow.
we gonna have us some rum, like it's some punch. It's good, some good stuff. For real.
Rum punches.
He was drinking gin. Bro.
You drinking gin tomorrow, Jock?
No, you was drinking gin this morning.
Bro, I was not drinking gin. No straight gin either. Wasn't no straight gin either. And so, Tiana,
Yes.
what are you most looking forward to tomorrow for the Super Bowl?
Well, I have an annual Super Bowl party,
She does.
Okay,
which
that's what's
I
up.
am throwing. So I'm looking forward to the food. I'm not looking forward to the game. Like I said earlier, I'm protesting.
bias.
Watching begrudgingly. So but the concert that's in the middle, this game that's around this Usher concert, interrupting it. So I'm looking forward to that.
You just looking forward to the Usher concert.
Correct. This game is interrupting the Usher concert tomorrow.
Bias.
So,
Bias.
I will be looking forward to that.
A
And
lot of
and the
women are. A
food-
lot of women are. Even over here overseas, they are.
and the food and the liquor, in the words of Ian.
You need to trademark that, dog.
For real. Likka. There you go. Likka. I got you.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. To me, it's an underwhelming matchup. The Lions and or the Ravens. But yeah, so everything else besides watching the game is what I'm looking forward to as I watch the game.
Right.
As you waiting an hour and a half for the concert, it's okay.
As I watch the game, yeah.
And so, Jock, bro, what you looking forward to tomorrow in the Super Bowl?
Number one is the commercials because they always dope. You know, you always find at least 2 or 3 good commercials
that stand out and everybody talk about on Monday.
Yeah,
facts.
Right.
Number 2, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready for my boy Usher. You know what I'm saying? It's been 10 years. You feel me? He gonna hit the stage like these are my confessions, and it's gonna be hot. You feel me? It's gonna be busting.
Yeah.
And then 3, you know, Bang Bang Night again. You know, we hosting the Lombardi Trophy after the game. You feel me? Quest for 6. We gonna make it tomorrow. That's it. That's all. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all like that liquor. You know what I'm saying? I like the flower power like Mario. You feel me?
The flower power.
Boot me up, man.
Yeah. And so, man, it sounds like you gonna have a good time tomorrow, bro.
You know it.
I'm dead. The flower power. I'm dead, bro.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, man, it sounds like you're gonna get it in tomorrow, bro. So, man, with that being said, yeah, let us progress, man, because definitely it sounds like it's gonna be a time. And so we gotta talk about
picks.
Well, yeah, we're gonna get to that. Jamar, quickly, bro. Right. And so we're gonna get to this first, though. NFL Hall of Fame. I was in tears, man. Not literally, but almost, man, when Devin Hester got inducted into the Hall of Fame. And then that followed up with Steve McMichael from the 85 Bears. Peppers got in from the 85 Bears. And so, just curious, we all tend to love the Bears. So, with that being said, like, Tiana, we're gonna start with you. We're gonna go with you in, then Jock. Like, what was your thoughts, Tiana, when you just heard about, you know, you got this new Hall of Fame announcement?
They gotta tell Jamar he needs to mute. Number 1. Yeah. Number 2, I will say the same. I started, so I'm a newbie, I feel like, compared to y'all when it comes to watching football and the Bears, right? I really started when the Bears went to the Super Bowl around that time. In 06, 07 is when I really started watching. So for me, I watched Devin Hester. That was one of my first players that I was watching and was like, oh my goodness, like what? You know? And I literally seen how teams would purposely
take the ball away
like out of bounds on purpose, just so that man wouldn't catch the ball. You know, and so I agree with you, Brandon. I was close to tears. I was very, very happy for him. His 3rd try, you know, he finally got in. Well deserved. Especially being one of the first players that I've come to love when I started watching football. And so I couldn't think of a better person this year for the Bears to go.
Beautiful. Man. Yeah. And so, bro, your thoughts, man, like, and you know, just your thoughts to just see Devin Hester being headlined above all those great players. He was the headline, y'all.
I am.
In my LeBron voice, it's about damn time. It's about damn time, man. It should have been first ballot, man. It shouldn't have took 3 times, but nevertheless, you know, he finally made it. You know, I was real happy to see that. We got 3 Bears in this time. And it's an exceptional class. You know, you got Julius Peppers, you know, Devin Hester,
Andre Johnson, like
Dre. That was a big one. That was a big one. The only thing, to be honest, the only thing I really didn't like is them putting Steve McMichael in so late. I'm feeling like they only did that because
Because he passed.
because of his health. Yeah, but
Hmm.
other than that, though, this was another great class. They got it right this time. I enjoyed this class, and I'm real happy for Devin Hester, man. That warmed my heart to see that.
For real. Yeah, yeah. Yep. And John, bro, you're a Bears fan, man. How did you feel to get this news?
Man, it was exciting. I think he's the first returning to get put in the Hall of Fame.
As a return,
Hmm.
a special team, I think
Yeah,
so. Yeah, as a returner, yeah.
I think he's yeah. So I mean, it's always exciting to see, you know what I'm saying, somebody that we actually drafted, you feel me, to get into the Hall of Fame that we, nursed up and made them to a amazing player. You feel me? It's always a blessing to see something like that. And yeah, it took him 3 tries, but he made it. That's all I can say. Like,
Yeah. It's pretty good, man, for us. We was talking about bias. Tiana even talking about bias. The reason why he didn't make it that first ballot is because of special teams bias.
Mhm.
He got it on the third try. So, man, Jamar, bro, what was your thoughts, man? Get this news of 3 Bears being inducted to the Hall of Fame. Devin Hester finally getting in, and him being a headline out of all those great players.
Man, long time coming, man. Like Ian stated, I firmly believe he should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. And apparently, the first 2 times he missed, he was like the last. He just missed the cut both times. So him to make it that man, it just seemed like everything that we watched during those teams, in the mid
man,
2008, to the late 2000s with Devin Hester, like it just he was the stamp on it. We would never made the Super Bowl that year without him. Like we wouldn't even be going 20 returns, 14 of them punt returns, 5 kickoff returns, the missed field goal when he ran it back. I mean, the first 2 years, I mean, that's when he made his mark. And like Tiana said, they stopped kicking him the ball. They rather the ball go out of bounds on the kickoffs for the 40-yard line for us to start as opposed to him getting the ball. Like, in the way that the game has changed, we would never see another Devin Hester in this game again. Like, the return element of the game is not even there anymore. So
They
for him
changed the game because of this man. Changed the rules.
like when you're the best at your position, you automatically need to be in there. So to see that was love. To see 3 Bears in there, I mean, that was love. My only slight gripe, and I mean, we're splitting hairs here at this point, but the fact that it's hard for wide receivers to get in on the first try, and not to say that Andre Johnson don't deserve it because that man was a straight dog, but to see him get in the first try as opposed to like the likes of like T.O. took 3 tries to get in. I know for a fact T.O. was a way better wide receiver than him, and the fact that Antonio Gates didn't get in, that was a little head scratching.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm happy.
Yep. Torrey Holt still waiting too.
man.
So it's a few that's waiting, but that wide receiver class. There's so many wide receivers, man. It's kind of only. We was talking about the All-Star game. What you about to get to right now, Tiana? Because there's a limit.
Exactly.
So let's talk the NBA All-Star Reserve conversation again. And so with that, we're gonna follow with you, Tiana, because this is something you wanted to speak to us about. And so you made some very valid points. And so with that, Jamar M, y'all was accurate, man. Trey got in. Now, I was just worried that if you bid him in, it's just gonna be barbecue chicken, because we come to a certain point of the game, he's just small, and so you got about 5 point guards on the Eastern Conference roster.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna play for real. They all gonna be trying to shoot from half court.
That's my point. Like, why? Who cares? Like, you think do you think they finna draw up plays the first round?
I guess
defense first quarter. What you think about to happen?
I guess I'm a bit too traditional and worried about that. You need 5 from this position, 5 from this position.
She woke up,
bench, and then 2 other reserves. I guess I'm a bit too traditional, but I just feel like 5 point guards, like that's just too small. And then
I agree.
that, you put Scotty Burns in, You don't even get no real big. Like your biggest person is Bam Adebayo. Like, okay, go ahead, yeah.
Let her have the flow.
I'll say this, and thank y'all for talking about this again because I was in Jamar inbox. Look, this happened. This happened. It's a travesty, crime.
That's all
Like
true.
it's ridiculous. So I'll say this. Okay, I'll start with the East. Scotty Barnes should be out. Period. He should never got the nod. I think Jimmy Butler should have got the nod over him, simply because I'm a little Jimmy Butler, one of my favorite players. You know,
Bias.
No,
also,
have y'all seen how that man started playing since the second half? Like
period.
he started.
He's on my fantasy team, and he been snapping. So also, Miami has a way better record as well. Because you know they like to go off of the Toronto. Yes. So it's like what? So that's that. And then Dame should not be a starter. What? And then replacing Dame should be Donovan Mitchell. He should be starting.
I like that because Donovan been going off.
That's the East. I finish for the West. So that's my East changes. For the West, crime against humanity that De'Aaron Fox is not even in the All-Star game. Okay, that's number one. Number two, AD should not be in the game at all. Out. Okay, and then Ant-Man needs to be starting. For what he's doing for Minnesota and the impact he have on that game alone, he should be in. I don't care what the fans say.
You say he should be a starting.
They see it in the NBA. He should be starting. He should be a starter. No, he's a reserve. He should be starting.
Even though he lost to the Bulls the other day, but yeah, he should be a starter.
Should be starting.
That's Kobe White, bro. That's all Kobe White, dog. That's the most important.
And I'm okay with that loss. You know, that's my team.
Yeah.
White, that boy went off on him second half.
But the picks, that game was fire. Do you hear me? But anyway, he should be starting, and then
right now
he should replace Luka. Luka could go back to the reserve.
I agree with that.
Replace Luka.
You're right. So they swap. So Ant-Man start, Luka on the reserve. Once again, look at records.
Tiana,
and
baby,
then look at the impact on the team.
He just scored 75.
Listen. I feel like Luka is empty calories. Personally, if y'all want to go there, empty calories.
I kind of.
No, he ain't no damn empty calories.
To be honest, I kind of agree with that.
That is disrespectful.
I'm not saying he's not putting up points. I'm not saying his stat, because Jamar sent me his stat line. It's fire when I said this. You know what I'm saying? However, what impact is he really making on Dallas? Where Dallas at right now in the standings in the West? You know what I'm saying? What has Dallas done since, Luka been putting up? Because Luka been putting up these numbers. What has Dallas done? You know what I'm saying?
We
like in the postseason.
Conversation if Dallas would have never got rid of Jalen Brunson, but like. The thing with Luka, no, he is not empty calories, sis. No,
empty calories. He's not. When I say that,
he gonna score.
Yes, he scores. But when I say empty calories, I mean what impact is his scoring doing on the outcome of the game? Is his scoring equating to wins? Are they going deep in the postseason?
It takes a while to get that first ring. Sometimes
he's the European. To me, Tiana, he's the European James Harden. Am I wrong?
Period. I agree. He get his points. His stat line fire. They get in the postseason.
The European James Harden.
I like that one. I agree.
This wordplay, y'all.
I gotta cut my camera off. Y'all losing y'all brains.
Y'all snapping.
I agree. So that's it. That's my changes. That's my changes. I feel like, because you said too, Brandon, I don't think they do not take the All-Star game serious as far as form of play. Maybe towards the end, if it's a close game, that's why they switched up the format a couple years ago to try to get them to be more competitive.
And I love that.
throughout
I
the game.
loved it.
However, as we also know, that's why all-star selection is such a high accolade in the NBA, right? Because it's really showing, how important you are and how great you are throughout the season. And to not get that nod consistently is, I think, a slap in the face, and to put people in consistently who do not deserve it strictly because they friends with LeBron, EIAD. I just feel like it's taking away the integrity from the standard that having an all-star selection comes with.
Right. And so, Tiana, my rebuttal and it's not a rebuttal against you, it's just the format. I honestly, y'all, liked this new format of team captains, because now that we got East versus West, it is like when you look at the Eastern Conference roster compared to the Western Conference roster, it really just shows you how much better Jock the West is than the East. Like Jaylen Brown, Scotty Barnes, Bam Adebayo is your center? He barely should be an all-star. Barely. He averaging 20 points. Really? And so for AD, this finna be barbecue chicken. For the Joker, this finna be barbecue chicken. For Ant, this finna be barbecue chicken.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the West is gonna win
the whole game.
We're not focused on winning. Who's gonna win? We focused on who should have got in.
But wait, I'm not done yet. And so when it comes to this rebuttal of East versus West, it's really watered down, which is why they, if y'all remember years back, went to teams captain, because it just got watered down. And so y'all remember when they changed the format and they had charity involved? Remember that All-Star game in Jamar in Chicago, bro?
Yeah, and who team won?
They was hoop. Okay, Team LeBron. And so remember, they was hooping.
That was for Tiana.
They was hooping. Remember that, Jock? I mean, bro, they was like hooping for real. And
I don't care for the All-Star game. I like the dunk contest.
But like the All-Star game, I mean, the dunk contest whack too now. Like, we need Zach LaVine back. He needs to go, damn it, or LeBron or Zion Williamson. To the end is watered down. And so, literally with that, like, don't get me started on the dunk contest. It's been watered down for the last few years. And so with that, they still trying to bring that back. I miss the team captain format, because at least, Tiana, when you picking and you realize you got 5 point guards, you be like, all right, I got to pick, try to make this even. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't make it even if you can't pick. So that's just my rebuttal.
Yeah. When I was talking about the change, one second, let me just, one more thing. When I was talking about the change in format, I was talking about not the East versus West. I was talking about, like you said, how they was playing for charity and how they switched up, getting to a certain amount of points at the end. You know, how they was tallying up the quarter points. And that format, I think, is what made the play more competitive throughout the game. Yeah, but I'm okay with East versus West simply because it is what it is. Be better, right? Become a better conference, or else you're gonna lose. And it's really that simple. It's not, it just is what it is with that. But that doesn't take away from, Dame shouldn't be a starter. You know what I'm saying?
There would be no Damian Lillard slandered on this podcast.
But he shouldn't. I'm not even Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's doing terrible now with Doc Rivers. If y'all paid attention, and
that's another thing. He gonna be
the learning curve. It's only been a few games. Learning curve.
Yeah.
Learning curve. I ain't gonna judge him. It's been less than 10 games. Learning curve.
But he's finna be the coach for the All-Star game. Is my point. That's my point. He finna be the coach for the All-Star game. Literally, he was just on the couch last weekend, and now he finna be the coach for the All-Star game. It's just
I think the rule is you can't coach.
It's a rule. Yes, I get it.
I think you can't coach the game. What's it? 2 years in a row, or something like that. But to his credit, he said he's giving his check and his ring to Adrian Griffin. I respect that.
Yeah. He did. He said that.
So it's almost like the NBA is kind of like forcing him to coach it,
which is whack. Like, really bad. You know, I mean, I guess it would look awkward if Adrian Griffin.
But the
come
NBA
back
didn't
off the
fire.
couch as coach.
But the NBA didn't fire Adrian Griffin, so I mean, that's Milwaukee fault. You can't blame.
No,
Mm.
you're
Can't blame
technically right
Doc.
on that. The NBA didn't fire. It was the Milwaukee Bucks.
Right. So we can't blame
Yeah.
Doc.
It was really Giannis, but okay.
Yeah, that too.
That too, for real. Yeah, Giannis.
He
called
said,
him
"My
all-
brother's not getting."
But y'all
enough
know
play
he
time.
walked off the
Keep it
bench
up.
on Doc Rivers the other day.
Let
When
that
they
would have
was
been
losing
LeBron
and
though.
getting blew
Ooh,
out.
they would lost their mind, boy.
Yup.
I mean,
he walked
listen.
off the bench.
LeBron shifted whole rosters. Chill out.
Man,
Okay.
LeBron
He
shipping
Chill
cargo.
out.
always
Okay.
gotta even get involved. Come on, y'all.
Stop.
Why LeBron always got? We talking the Super Bowl. How LeBron like?
No,
LeBron,
They
we're
just love
talking
LeBron.
NBA All-Star. Okay.
like the focus is the Super Bowl, and we talk about All-Star reserves and LeBron come in. Like, Jock, are you a LeBron hater? I'm just curious.
Am I a LeBron hater?
Yeah.
Do I like the man? No.
No.
Do I feel like he deserves? Do I feel like he deserves all the rings that he has? No. Do I feel like they paid for? Yes.
So
Like,
to answer your question, Brandon, yes.
I'm not a hater. I'm just not sucked into the you feel me? Like LeBron, they do nothing for the NBA, but make y'all
What?
fans.
Oh,
Okay, now you tripping.
Oh.
Because I don't like LeBron, but I ain't
you
crazy.
just all tweaking
Because
again.
once
Like,
again,
what a purpose
today
this morning.
has been crazy.
But no, bro.
Today has been
Hey,
crazy
bro, we
juice
finna make
day.
that, bro. We finna make
Listen,
that a real this
Brandon.
week. This is real.
Brandon,
Oh
we need to
my
wrap this whole show up. Because I
Hold on,
feel like
hold on, let me-
everybody
hold on.
been tripping.
Hold on, let me go get my picture. Hold on. That's the Josh tripping. Hold on. That's Josh
You tripping, Jock, on that one. I don't even like LeBron, and I wouldn't say that. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
LeBron ain't
Did
do
you hear
nothing.
that, Jamar?
Oh man.
Nah, but I'm noticing y'all been wilding today. Well, what I
This
missed?
man said,
What is happening, Jock? What was you doing? Like, you drink gin and juice, or just straight gin, no juice? Like,
If it ain't these three, it really don't matter. If it ain't them three,
You
it
can
really don't
cancel
matter.
that,
Got
buddy.
Kobe in
You
it.
could cancel LeBron out the picture.
Kobe my number 2.
Bron my 2 and Kobe 3.
Kobe 3.
For me,
I mean,
Kobe.
in my opinion, it's subjective. If that's not your top
It's
three,
very
then I don't even want to talk
subjective, though.
about
I mean,
it. I don't even
a
wanna
lot
talk
of people gonna argue Kobe, but a lot of people argue LeBron. So
Let me tell Jamar what Jock just said real quick. This man said,
I just told the
LeBron
whole
ain't
world,
do
and I do
nothing
not
for the
care.
league. See?
Exactly.
This man is y'all. I say in the show because something is going on today. I don't know if it's rayons in the air. I don't know what's happening, but all y'all are tripping today.
Bro.
Okay.
Bruh, some
I
of y'all
love
about
it,
to
man.
go.
Keep the
Some of
craziness
y'all about to
going.
go viral for the right and wrong reasons today. I'm just saying. When we
It's
start cutting
just-
this in the clips, some of y'all gonna go viral.
Hey, listen.
Man, y'all is on 3. Talking about on 1. Y'all on 3 today. So
Man,
If-
Jock, bro.
What Dave
man.
Chappelle say? Wrap it up.
right. I don't even listen, Brandon. I'm once again I'm co-host. Let's go to the next segment because I don't want to get into that.
And so before we wrap it up, y'all, really quickly, we gotta just really do something that's very important. And that's Ian's basement. And so, Ian, bro, as you always do every week, and I see your face, man. What you got for us this week? Bro? What you got for us on Ian's basement?
2 things. The first thing, quick question. What's your favorite Super Bowl of all time that maybe you watched since it's Super Bowl week?
It was a lot of them, but for me, what jumps out for me, the best Super Bowl that I really enjoyed was actually that 2001 Super Bowl with the Patriots and the Rams. I just remember like us having a party. I remember everybody going for the Rams in my house. Everybody, like literally. And for the Patriots to pull that off and see Tom Brady win that first ring and win it off that field goal, bro, that last that drive. And then before that, to see how the Rams, they were like dead the whole game in, and then they got awoke, made the game close. Everybody like, oh man, the Rams, they finally got it. And then Tom Brady came down, hit that game winning field goal. That
Tom
was
Brady hit the game winning field goal. Hey,
Get what I'm saying? Adam
legendary.
Vinatieri. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like Tom Brady led the drive, bro. He took them down the field.
All right, y'all
It
gotta
was a
knock
great
that
Adam
off already now.
Vinatieri that
Y'all,
won that
man,
Super Bowl.
this man
Give
took
it
too
up,
many hits.
Legendary.
Come on,
This man
give it
took too many hits today. I see the
Give me a
blood.
break.
I see the
Oh
blood.
my God.
Y'all had him.
Look,
all
I could
day.
sit there. I could
Man,
sit
this man
here
got a
and say
concussion from the
I'm
hits
probably
he's
the
been
number
taking
one
today.
LeBron
Oh
hater in
my
the world.
goodness,
What?
y'all
I could
cracking
be
me up.
Got a
I
Oh
could be
man.
concussion.
100% honest with myself for that. But
Got a
Tom-
I ain't
concussion.
never
You
seen
get
Tom
what I'm
Brady
trying
kick
to
a
say,
field
John.
goal
Give me a
before,
damn break. I
bro.
can kick that part, boy. You know what I'm trying to
God.
say. Tom Brady led the drive, and which Adam Vinatieri.
I don't know why that made me chuckle so
Y'all
much.
been,
Oh
y'all
my
been
God.
getting Brandon with the left hook, uppercut.
Hey,
You
it's
been
been
taking
a
it.
good day, man. I ain't seen
This is
y'all in a while.
hilarious.
It's okay.
Y'all, you been taking it. Man, need to go to concussion protocol after this.
Man,
Oh,
this is
man.
crazy, man. And so that was me, but yeah, Tiana,
Yeah.
Jamar, Jock.
I'll say, besides last year's Super Bowl, which is not my choice, the only Super Bowl that once again, I'm a newbie to that, I say compared to y'all. But for me, the most memorable Super Bowl is honestly, coincidentally, the one with the Bears was in. Devin Hester running that opening return,
Oh man,
uh,
this one was
a
going
return
crazy,
punt for a touchdown. Like that was insane. Insane. I mean, other than that, nothing else really happened in the game. But but that to me was the most memorable play of a Super Bowl that I remember seeing with my own eyes, you know. So
Man, don't even mention that game. I want to drive to Indianapolis and fight some people. I understand. I'll hear you, though.
Oof. Oof.
What you got, Jamar?
See, a lot of them I liked except for the end result, so I'm not picking those. I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna go one that's I guess somewhat a little recent. I think that New England Eagles Super Bowl was a pretty good one. That
Yeah.
one was high
You
scoring.
talking
That
about
one
the one with Nick Foles, the backup quarterback.
Yeah, the Philly special. The fact
Yeah.
that it just seems like between Eli Manning and Nick Foles are the kryptonites to Tom Brady out of all people. Like what? But yeah. No, I think that Eagles won 41-33. Brady threw for over 500 yards.
It was a really good game.
It was insane. But yeah, I'll pick that one.
Yeah. Man, Jock, before you go, man, the one that just pops in my mind just randomly now is just that catch, man, by what was the receiver, man, that caught it on his helmet, bro?
David Tyree.
Yeah.
That was a crazy Super Bowl that year. That was a crazy one, man. That was a crazy one, that one. Because the Patriots just Randy Moss had caught the touchdown in like a minute something left. You like, damn, they finna. Oh, it's crazy, man.
Yep, and that man was out the league 18 months later. Ain't that something?
It's sad, man. But he came back and he got back to the Super Bowl in San Francisco. Remember that year? But again, he had a chance. He had a chance to get that ring. And Ray Lewis was sitting there shaking, boy. He was like, I hope this game ends. Because the Niners had got going with Colin Kaepernick. He started running all over the field. I'm like, damn, they explosive.
That's when the lights went out.
Man, that's when everything went bad on my mama.
Man, that was when Beyonce performed too when the lights went out, right? Was
Nobody,
that Beyonce?
Yep.
The only person that cares about Beyonce is T. We don't care.
No, I like Beyonce too, bro. I like Beyonce, man. She's cold.
You part of the Beehive too?
Right.
I'm not part of the Beehive, but I like her music.
Just checking.
Only like 2 songs.
You throwing shade, Jamar? You saying that I'm a part of the Beehive, bro? Really?
No. I'm asking because I know how powerful that Beehive is.
You know.
Now the Beehive do take up for Beyonce. This is true. They take up for her wherever it is. You can't say nothing bad about Beyonce.
They end people's careers, so I'm just
man.
Trying
they
to
don't care if her. They don't care if her wig slip off. They on her. They got her back.
All right, Jock, stay focused.
My sister is a part of the Beehive, though. My sister and my wife, they both are part of the Beehive for real, though. And
As they
so,
should.
Jock, with you, bro, what's your favorite Super Bowl? You got one?
It's tough for me. I got three.
Right on.
I got three. I have to
Okay.
say Tennessee and St. Louis.
That was a good one.
Woo! That 1 yard, that was a crazy one.
Tampa Bay and the Raiders.
Okay, you talking about when that defense,
Dexter
took that boy back, Dexter Jackson, Super Bowl MVP.
And my last one would be the Steelers and the Arizona Cardinals.
I remember that one, bro.
Yeah,
Santonio Holmes.
Yeah,
Man. Remember you mentioned, Ian, a few weeks ago that was one of them runs where literally one player almost won the whole damn Super Bowl by himself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Larry Fitzgerald.
And that would have been
I never seen him run as fast in anybody's life on that touchdown.
Never, bro.
Like, how do you outrun both safeties though? The way he did.
split right down the middle.
Right, split right down the middle.
Right down the middle, bro. Man. Don't y'all, and it's the crazy, the part about the Super Bowl is when you mention these moments, and thank you, Ian, for Ian's basement, it literally takes you to where you were. I remember sitting down on the couch, coming home from Purdue Cal, Jamar, to watch the Super Bowl with the family, and literally watching this man, Larry Fitzgerald, and my uncle right there, like, ooh, Arizona, like, who is Arizona? He was just shocked. He like, Arizona? And I'm like, it's just how it be, like.
Yeah.
I
So,
wish
like,
Arizona would have won too.
that would have been cold, man. That would have been cold.
I wanted Arizona to win. I ain't gonna lie.
I did too.
Me too. I was
Yeah.
rooting for Arizona, man. And so, man, crazy. And so, man, y'all just memory lane, all that stuff, ADHD and stuff. And so, with that being said, man, let's stay focused. But man, this was a hell of a show. This was fun as hell.
Man, we gotta do this more often.
it was emotions, it was everything, man. This was dope. This was a dope 2 hours. And so with that, final thoughts and shout outs, y'all. We got to progress. And so Jamar, bro, we're gonna start off with you.
Question. Did we make our picks? Are we making our picks? Did we do that?
Well, no, we did not. So iron sharpens iron, Jamar. And so with that being said, Jamar, we're gonna start off with you. Ian, Tiana, Jock. Who do you got for the Super Bowl and why? And again, iron sharpens iron. But I see you put on your jersey. He had to remind because he had that jersey. That's why he had to remind me. He like, I would have been able to put on
He brought out the EB. Oh, he brought out the EB.
Man,
I can't be mad at you because it's the Eric Berry jersey.
Man. All right. This one was tough, but it was a few factors here. One, let's go back to what Cam Newton said. We got game managers and we got game changers. Without a doubt, Patrick Mahomes is a game changer. The fact that the Chiefs are even here is a testament to himself, without a doubt.
Right.
That man is superb. That man, like I mentioned early in the show, he has that Brady effect to where you just can't really count him out. You can't do it. I mean, he's been 7 years in the league, 6 as a starter. He sat out the first year. As soon as he became a starter, every year, AFC championship games, 4th Super Bowl appearance. I mean, this man, it feels like he can do no wrong. Another factor is, like I mentioned, the game is battle of the trenches. And I feel like the Chiefs line is actually going to be better than the 49ers line on both fronts. And if you can't apply any pressure to Patrick Mahomes, and that's the only way you really, like, truly beat somebody, if you can apply pressure with your front four. And if you can't do that, I don't see it. Like Nick Bosa, where you at? Hargrave, where you at? Gregory, where you at? Chase Young, we know. I mean, Chase Young is pretty much the epitome of DeAndre Ayton right now. APB. I don't know where that man's at. That man probably already went to Cancun already. I don't know. But
Mark, just to really quickly hit on with you, like, y'all remember as folks how the Niners invested so much in the draft with their defensive line? Remember that? They was picking up hella draft picks.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It is. And
Half of them not even there anymore. Though,
Yeah,
bro.
half of them not there no more though.
Like Solomon Thomas, yeah, he left.
That's a lot of them that's not there. The main two
It's
that's there. The only one that's there is
left is
Armstead.
Bosa. Yeah, and Bosa.
Armstead and Bosa.
Right. Everybody else gone.
man, nevertheless, like in this particular matchup, I don't know if the Niners, as bad as the wide receiver core could be for the Chiefs, but I don't know if they really have an answer to Travis Kelce, to Rashee Rice, who's been excellent. That's been the only bright spot in that true wide receiver core outside of Travis Kelce. I don't know if they got an answer for that. Ian mentioned it earlier, Isaiah Pacheco. I mean, that man run like he got Tourette's. He got a twitch in him. I don't even want to touch the man. I don't think they want to touch the man trying to tackle that guy. So and as great as the Niners has been, as far as them probably being arguably the most complete team in the league, Brandon, you mentioned earlier, I mean, Kyle Shanahan's been a part of some games that they should have won. He should have 2 Super Bowls in his resume. 2. I don't know. I'm more trusting of the Mahomes guys, so I'm going Kansas City.
Yeah. And bro, who you got?
Man, let me go get my Bears. Let me go get my Justin Fields jersey, man. You want to put on jerseys?
Hey.
Nah, man.
Let's run the collection one day. We can go toe-to-toe.
Man, I've been betting on them for the last 2 games, bro. I don't think I'm gonna bet on them again. I don't think I'm gonna bet against them again. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, man. I'm gonna go with Patty and the Chiefs.
And that's just it. You just
yeah, man. I thought Josh. Well, the Super Bowl, I had the Ravens and the 49ers, so obviously that didn't happen. But I thought Josh Allen was gonna knock him out. Josh Allen couldn't do it. They couldn't do it again at home. And I thought this was Lamar. Yeah, I thought this was it. I thought Lamar was gonna take that step.
Too.
I thought we was gonna see my boy, and he let us all down. So I'm like, man, I can't really go against this dude, man. I mean, on the road, at home, it don't matter. No receivers. Him and Travis Kelce, they making it happen. So I'm gonna go with Patty. I'm gonna go Patty on this.
Tiana.
Same. I feel like if anything, Patrick Mahomes proved, if you didn't know, you already know. You do not bet against him. You just don't. And so I feel like this should be a Cancun, but we know what's going to happen over there.
You already know.
So, but logic say, don't go against Patty. So I'm going Patrick Mahomes as well.
Right. And so I mean, Jock, we could put 2 and 2 together, bro. But why is your Niners gonna win? Is it for all the reasons you stated earlier, right?
Bang bang Niner gang.
Bang Niner gang. This our vengeance game, man. This our vengeance game. I don't care what's going on, what anybody was talking about. It's time to, you know what I'm saying? Put our big boy shoes on. You feel me? It's game time.
Right.
This our vengeance game. We playing the same people that we got to the Super Bowl as babies. You know what I'm saying? We got to the Super Bowl as babies, and we lost. You know what I'm saying? Some missed calls by the refs. That's what Patrick Mahomes and that crew do. But, you feel me? But it's the vengeance game. We ain't taking no for an answer. We gonna come. We gonna come to play. And like I said, the only way the Niners lose is the refs and they playing Taylor Swift songs in the headphones. You feel me? That's it. That's it.
Right.
You're gonna try to call a play and Anti-Hero comes on in the speaker.
Bro, you feel me? Like, hey, come on now.
Right. Yeah. And so y'all, I hear all y'all picks. I've been on the road this playoffs, and I think it continues tomorrow. I got the Niners. Here's why I got
you not gonna pick the best player. You said the top 2 player in history of all time. You gonna go against the Braves? Oh my goodness! What is going on?
I'm just done. What? I am.
And so with that, here's why.
Oh my goodness. I am just this show is
he only
here's
picked because
why.
he didn't want me to be
But
alone.
just because you get to the Super Bowl sometimes, you don't have to always win the Super Bowl, guys. Come on. You don't have to
Sound like R. Kelly. That's stupid, guys.
No, come on, man. You don't always have to win the Super Bowl. But if you ask me who I think got the better chance to win, it's the Niners. And I'm thinking that the Niners have saved their best for last. Remember, that defensive line haven't done much. I think they're saving their best for last. Them linebackers haven't done much. I think they're saving their best for last. And in regards to that offense for the Niners, that offense is really explosive, y'all. Really explosive, and they can score quickly and in bunches. And for that reason, I know I've stated that I believe Patrick Mahomes earlier was one of the top players in NFL.
Top two. You said top two.
Player. And then I switched to top 10. Give me that too, bro. Give me that. Give me that. So I said the top 10.
But still, how you going against the grain?
Because, man, I just think that the Niners, they have the better overall team. They've been the best football team outside of the Ravens all season, solid. And I think they come in tomorrow and they overpower and pummel the Chiefs. I think that run comes to an end. I got the Niners.
Pummel.
Yeah, I think they're gonna beat them up.
I told you. I told you yesterday. If it's a close game, the 49ers winning 3 to 10 points. If we blowing them out, they're gonna win by 21.
I think it could be I think they could really beat them badly tomorrow, possibly.
Right.
I tell you this, Patrick cannot do what he did against the Ravens. He better put up some points.
Somewhere.
He's somewhere
listening to Brandon. He's somewhere listening to Brandon right now. Like, hold my beer.
Hey, did y'all watch the introductions like with the Vegas crowd? Like, did y'all see how many Niners fans there? It was
they right down the street.
We right down the street.
It was like literally like millions of Niners fans, and when the Chiefs talked, it was just like a few folks, and so. I mean, you gotta understand too. So yeah, they close to Las Vegas, and it's a 5-hour drive.
I think the Chiefs are in that everybody wants to see them lose because they kind of tired of Patrick Mahomes winning. Patrick Mahomes is like equivalent to Steph Curry and the Warriors when they were winning. So they kind of tired of seeing him win, but I don't think they're gonna lose tomorrow. I think they're gonna win.
And so I just want to state that this is why I was bringing it up, y'all. Is if they win that game tomorrow, that's going to be like a road game Super Bowl for real. It's going to be like a road game Super Bowl. And if they win that, you just got to continue to elevate this man, Patrick Mahomes, and Andy Reid and company, because that's going to be legitly a road game tomorrow. Your Niner game going to be there tomorrow, bro, for real, for real.
I mean, you seen how we came to Dallas?
Like, they're going to be all through that joint. And so, if Patty going and he win that tomorrow, then it helps my argument for sure that I gave earlier. It helps my argument. But when I look at the football game and I just look at the intangibles, it looked like to me the Niners got the overall better team. Overall, everything outside.
We got the Cinderella shoe, okay? We got Mr. Irrelevant, all right? We got the Cinderella man and Brock Purdy. And his Cinderella story is going to continue, okay? He get them over the hump. We get our 6th Super Bowl in team history. Bang, bang, Niner gang. We win in the Super Bowl.
Bang, Niner gang. So, yeah, man. And if Patty wins this tomorrow, it's going to be like, Tiana, what can you say? What else can you say? What else? Like, if he win that road Super Bowl game tomorrow, it's going to be like, really, what else can you really say?
How much he paid the refs? What you talking about? How much you pay the refs?
Stop it. Don't do that. Hey, we gonna watch the game.
They get paid too. What you mean?
We gonna see.
We gonna see like we gonna see. And so with that, Jamar, I see you unmuted, bro. Go ahead. What was you about to say?
No, I'm just saying. I just hope that Chiefs defense don't look like that Ravens defense when they played the 49ers. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't let Brock Purdy come out here throw 4 picks. That's over. That's all
Right.
she wrote.
If he do that, yeah, Patrick Mahomes gonna feast.
This
Gonna
ain't
be a
no
feast.
28-3 comeback. That's
Mm-mm.
Oh no,
You
not
can't
not
do
against
that. That's
Patty.
the point, bro. You
Oh
cannot
no,
do that against Patty. If you do,
they'll put up
yeah,
50.
good luck, man. For real. Gonna make you suffer real bad.
Y'all
So
talking like this man still got Tyreek Hill over there, man. Like,
it don't matter, bro. It don't matter.
Man, at this point, it don't even
It
matter.
don't
Right, that don't
Tyreek
matter.
matter.
It don't matter. Like with Aaron Rodgers, Jamar, he didn't have the greatest receivers, but it just seemed like he always put him in the right position.
No, Aaron Rodgers has some dudes. I don't know if
no,
he
Aaron Rodgers has some.
He built them dudes up though. Before we really didn't know about him, and he built them up, dog.
I mean,
We didn't know about them beforehand. We
there's
didn't
some
really know
truth to
about
Those
that.
Donald
50.
Driver beforehand. We know about Greg Jennings beforehand. Jordy
Who didn't
Nelson.
know
No,
about
no,
Greg
no, no, no,
Jennings?
no, 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 no. We knew about Greg Jennings with Brett Favre. We knew about Jennings with Brett Favre.
Right, what
Okay.
you talking about?
Maybe, but
But
not.
I'll
Look,
give you
Josh,
like Jordy
Talking
Nelson.
about
I'll give you Jordy Nelson.
yeah,
Jordy
we didn't
Nelson
know
was a
What?
about a
dog
lot of
at
them
Kansas
guys,
State,
man.
though.
Jordy Nelson helped them win a Super Bowl. What are you
No, I'm
talking
saying,
about?
but Jordy Nelson
But
wasn't that guy until Aaron Rodgers
right,
really
that's
did
our
help him
point.
out. Because I mean, Jordy Nelson left and was nowhere to be found once he went to the Raiders. Like
Trash.
nowhere.
Donald Driver left, and he was trash. Greg
Look
Jennings
who
went
they
to
quarterback
Minnesota
in
and
their
was
offense
trash.
was.
Pure trash. I mean, barely had catches in Minnesota. But when he was with Aaron Rodgers, you see Randall Cobb went to another team, ain't do a damn thing. But when he with Aaron Rodgers, though, boom.
I'll
So,
give you that.
like,
But
Patty
y'all got to look
Mahomes,
at the
man,
play
he puts
call and
guys
who
in
was
the
they
position.
like.
His
Come on,
best
man.
receiver, Jock, is a rookie. It's a rookie. He
Who?
still got to the damn Super Bowl.
Because of who? Because of who?
Because of Patrick Mahomes. It wasn't
Because of the refs
referees.
in their back pocket, bro. Stop.
All right, I got you, Brandon. Next, final thoughts and shout outs. We're gonna start with Jamar, then we're gonna go to Ian.
Come
We're
on,
gonna
man.
go to Tiana, and we're gonna
How
finish
did
off
LeBron
with
win his
Josh.
rings? The refs, right? All right, be smooth.
Oh no, that's a lot of cap going on now. Oh,
Right.
Be
We're gonna start
smooth,
with
bro.
you, Jamar.
All right,
Final thoughts. I got you, Brandon. I got your back.
Goodness.
Final thoughts and shout outs.
So shout out to our two guests this morning. Like
It was a
y'all
ball,
are
man. It was
awesome.
crazy.
Shout out to the extreme hot takes that I heard left and right today. Shout out to that. I mean, I've been floating in and out this conversation, but every time I come back in, it's another one. Like DJ Khaled. So I don't know, but nevertheless, NFL season coming to an end.
It's just sad, so sad.
It is, but as soon as this game is over, for the second straight off season, it goes through Chicago. Chicago runs the off season once again. So
What y'all got?
Huh?
What y'all got for the pick?
We don't. You talking about in regards to what the Bears should do?
Yeah.
Oh, we keep him.
I'm in my initial thought is definitely keep Justin. At this point, for me, I don't know. I don't know. I'm preparing for both. Because I'll say this much.
Crazy offseason.
Because the last thing I'll say in regards to that, Ryan Poles, King of the North, I trust that man. That man has made everything possible to even put us in this position. Him and Lovie Smith a couple of years ago. But anyway, like whatever Ryan Poles decides to do, then I trust it. I got to. So
and Jamar, it's good you brought up Lovie Smith because Lovie Smith so looked out for us. Then he showed he said, "I'm gonna bless y'all. I'm gonna be out of here, but I'm gonna bless y'all." I'm like, that's my dog. For real.
Did. If it wasn't for Lovie, none of this would be possible right now.
None of this would be possible. Crazy, man. Yeah. And bro.
Shout out to Jock and Tiana for coming on again. Great episode. Hilarious, man. Hilarious. Man, football is over already. Felt like the Chiefs and the Lions just played 2 weeks ago. We at the end. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Oh, my birthday is Wednesday.
Okay.
Really
great thing.
Aquarius, huh?
But other than that, man, just everybody have a good weekend. Be safe at these Super Bowl parties. eat plenty of food, enjoy the show, enjoy Usher, enjoy the concert. We don't want to see Lady Gaga on the screen all night. God damn it. I want to
Not
see the
Lady
game.
Lady Gaga.
Oh, don't forget your liquor. Don't forget
Yeah,
Not
your
Lady
liquor.
yeah, yeah.
Gaga.
I mean, not Lady Gaga. Taylor Swift.
Oh,
Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Dang,
But
Lady
yeah,
Gaga wasn't like, what I do, bro?
yeah, but yeah,
catch you
man.
straight.
It might pop up. Who
But
knows?
I'm pretty sure she's gonna be there. Everybody gonna be there. But yeah,
Everybody gonna be there, man.
yeah.
Vegas too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Doing bumps in the bathroom, bro.
Oh
Oh my
man.
goodness. See, let's move it on. See, let's move it on. Moving on.
Hey, Jock, bro.
Moving
Hey,
on. This is
hey,
a family show.
Jock.
The family show, sir.
My
Moving
bad. My
on.
bad.
Moving
My
on. It's
bad.
9 a.m. Moving on.
You Gucci
Oh,
though,
boy
bro.
said doing bumps in the bathroom.
Hey, in a way, it's kind of right though. T. It's Vegas. Some folks be
I
crazy
get it.
over there,
It's a
man.
Hey, but
family
they say
show.
what
and it's
happens
9
there.
Hey.
You
Stay
walk
there, though.
outside, y'all know y'all walk through the strip and stuff. You be seeing the half naked women out. No, they be naked. Like
Hey,
You go,
literally.
you go,
But-
look at
they
the
gonna pay $1 million for a suite. Might as well.
might as well. You feel me?
Like anything's
We'll
possible.
bump on the armrest. Forget it. We out here.
Talk
YOLO.
about some.
Anything.
On the armrest. Right.
Hey,
The
man,
Oh,
bathroom.
the
$1
armrest.
million. I ain't
Hey,
going nowhere.
What happens? They're supposed to
I'm on
stay
the
there, bro.
armrest.
We ain't supposed to expose them.
My bad. I apologize.
That's true,
y'all.
Jamar.
And so yeah, man, like it's crazy out there.
They
Man.
can't even get through
So,
final
I see
round.
both of y'all plays, but you know it's crazy out there, man. And so with that, and bro, man, appreciate that shout out, bro. And so Tiana, sis, we're gonna follow up with you now. So
You know, what's running through my head literally the past hour is these 300 yards Christian McCaffrey got to get. So that's my. It's like literally 300.
You making this man work the slave meal, bro.
Oh, I ain't gonna get this 300. I'm just waiting.
Hey,
I got breaking news
Hey,
too.
but-
when y'all done, dog. I got breaking
Hey.
news when y'all done.
Go
Okay,
ahead, break the
oh, go ahead,
news.
go ahead.
Break the news.
It says the Bears will likely use the top pick. It said they would need a historic offer to trade the number 1 pick.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I
Hey.
guess we know what that means.
What?
But
Who
that also
that
means-
scores?
I mean, that's also mean he probably amping up the trying to get that package.
Yeah.
Though, so yeah.
We need a. I say we traded to Washington and get Duran Payne and a pick.
I'm here for it. And
I don't like
multiple picks.
Why not? We get a defensive tackle that we need.
I don't know. We really need him because
I
our
think
rookie
we
stepped
do.
up big time.
Yeah.
I think we do.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have him though.
Yeah, I don't think Caleb would be a cultural fit for the Bears. I don't like him for the Bears organization.
That's what that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
either.
Yeah,
We-
I don't
we-
like
we
him.
give
Too
the
soft
number
for the
one
cold.
pick
I don't
to
think he gonna handle
Washington
this
so
cold.
they can pick
LA
Caleb
boy in
so he can play
Chi-Town.
for his hometown.
Nah, but
Even though he's originally from DC, but
yeah, I
I
know,
just
but
like you say, I don't think no.
yeah,
No.
But all my final thoughts. So thank you guys for having me again. And I would just like to say I am against the Super Bowl. These are not the two teams that
Bias.
so not the two teams that the people wanted, but we're here. So I will, enjoy my party tomorrow in my liquor. And
what you gonna sip on,
I
Tiana?
will-
What you gonna sip on tomorrow?
I got some apple crown, and I think
Okay.
I put that with cranberry juice, fire.
Mm,
And then
yeah.
I think I'm gonna go get a bottle of tequila.
Okay.
I will not be fighting, Brandon.
All right.
But
We ain't doing a fight.
don't do no fighting. But yeah, I'm gonna just do that. Enjoy the concert. Begrudgingly watch the game. But thank you guys for having me. I agree. It's sad that NFL is over, and I feel like the NFL offseason is the longest out of any offseason. It takes forever to get to September once the Super Bowl is over. So I'm not looking forward to that, but I am looking forward to the second half or the last third of the NBA season. So that's about to get into high gear after All-Star break. Get into these playoffs. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Great show. And yeah, and shout out to my mom. She never believed that I could get up this early.
Shout out to Mom Deuce. You done proved her wrong.
Right.
Yeah, and since we do not take it lightly that you got up with us to be with us this morning, so we appreciate that. And so, yeah, Jock, bro, final thoughts and shout outs.
Man, final thoughts and shout outs, man. Shout out to y'all always. You feel me? Love y'all. Love being on here. Brandon always say, man, just be yourself. So I come over here and be who I can be. That's one. Two, shout out to Jamal wearing Eric Berry's jersey. You feel me? That man is a legend. Should be in the Hall of Fame just off GP. And my last remarks, bang, bang, Niner gang. You know what I'm saying?
Bang the gang.
Oh, and another thing. Let me know what rum you was drinking this morning to have you talking like that on the show. All right, just sit it.
We might need some for the bar.
And so, world, with that being said, we truly, truly appreciate everything that happened this morning. It was a blast this morning. We had a fantastic time. Enjoy the Super Bowl. And with that being said, on behalf of the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, myself, Ian, and Jamar, we would like to say thank you for tuning in with us this morning. Continue to chop it up with us and support our podcast on various platforms. And if you would love to talk sports with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we are here and would love to do so with you. Your love and support is truly appreciated, and we hope you all have a blessed, safe, and productive week.